more Ace Attorney. We're gonna finish this game out. And I'm gonna say, I like the game. I like Ace Attorney, but I need a break from visual novels for a bit after this one. I mean, we still have another Ace Attorney Redeems. It's not over after this. But we're gonna do some stuff in between before we finish Ace Attorney. We got the other series or whatever. There's like 2 more games to play. Yeah, we're gonna finish the game. Maybe. You think we're finished today? I'd be surprised. I get the feeling it's gonna be a lot longer than I think it is. I don't even think we're at the midpoint yet. Then again, we did finish. I don't know. Was that always the background? I think it was. I think it's. Yeah, we're still at the beginning. Like I don't think we're anywhere close to finishing Treeborn. I don't know why you think we're gonna finish it. You feel like we're gonna finish it last time? Not even close. Sniffle, sniffle. No, 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 no. No! Wow, I don't think I've ever seen him move this so fast. It doesn't help that they go really, really slow in the dialogue. It goes so super slow. He's pretty speedy when it comes to running away from things, it seems. Like, look at this glacial speed. Like, are they pecking with one finger? That's the speed it feels like. Yeah, we don't have much time left. I better check in with Fender. I want an update on what we've discovered. You know what's going on over at the courthouse. You just ran off, right? Isn't he supposed to be the prosecutor in charge? We're just updating Fender. Nothing else will change. Francisco will continue for the prosecution. Okay. Is that really alright, though? Wouldn't have to be. Like you say, you just ran off. Look, I hate to be a stickler for the details. Let's go over this just one more time, shall we? No murder weapon means no conclusive proof means no conviction. That's all there is to it.
Objection!
Makes no sense. The lack of a murder weapon shouldn't prove your client's innocence. Let me come over there and whip it into you. Eek! Hey, darling. How much longer is this going to take? Looks like you're trying to drag this out for as long as possible. Sorry, Feast. Just our friend, the prosecutor over there. She's stubborn as a freaking mule. Give me a satisfactory explanation. Or I'll just have to keep whipping you until you can. The beatings will continue until morale improves. Seriously? I've already taken more licks than I've had birthdays. Come on, Miles. What's taking so long? I'm happy to buy you some time and all, but I'm taking a beating here. Oops, sorry. Gee, this one's important. Mind if I take it? Fine. Fender. Miles Reno, boy, am I ever glad to hear your voice. How are things on your end? We found Eustace. Sweet. And a knife? And a chisel? Fortunately, he entrusted both to his father's care. Which means that Chairman Winter is the only person who knows where they are. See how cool my water is. Or tea is. Ah, it's cool enough to drink. Let's drink my tea, get caffeinated. Chairman Winter? But why would he... We're not quite sure of the specifics just yet. But we do know that Chairman Winter and Warden Lagarde have some sort of connection they'd rather others didn't know about. That's alright, guess next week we get Excelsior's Winter on the stand. Best to hear the deets from the proverbial horse's mouth, right? I'll keep looking for the missing evidence. And for Sean. Well, shake a leg, will you, big guy? Can't keep this one from going to judges much longer. We're a gnat's whisker away from a verdict here. Understood. Wonder how long Judge Gavel's nerve can hold. This can't be easy for her. We need to hurry. How are things over at the courtroom of doom? I find green tea to be best warm. That is the perfect temperature, if I do say so myself. We're going to call Chairman Winter to the stand. Who knows how that will go for them. He's already stooped to evidence stealing and kidnapping. What else is he capable of? Exactly. Perhaps we should look over any evidence we have relating to him, just in case it might help. Good idea. Alright, leave it to me. Presenting a hot new piece of evidence fresh from the evidence oven. The gloves he found in his garage. Yeah, I was thinking about those. Anything else? About the case file from the IS-7 incident. Chairman Winter was involved in that, right? Yes, he helped suppress the evidence. It's probably a good idea to have it. I have notes on hand. Alright, got some notes jotted down. Excellent. And do we have anything else? We sure do. Last but far from least, there's this. Yuriatagara Supen. Okay. Ask for evidence related to Chairman Winter. Can you please try and take it this seriously? This guy spends his life presenting people with evidence that had nothing to do with anything. That's different. Wait, that's Eustace? Huh? Hey, what are you doing here? Wah! Rude, he totally ignored me. What's he doing in the big building? I wonder. Let's go inside and see if we can figure out what he was up to. Yes, good idea. Huh? The hatch is wide open. Maybe you just opened it. Did you just really come down here? Mr. Edgeworth, look! The safe is open! Guess maybe he did come down here. We'd better take a closer look. Some stuff left in the safe. You better take a look, don't you? We'll just have to forgive our prying. Is it a document? Is it a document of some kind? Let's see. Yeah. A document. And there's a photo attached, too. This picture is of... Whoa, that's Mr. Knight, right? And it's Bronco Knight, the president's personal bodyguard. Why is there a picture of him in here? And what's this paperwork about? I'm not sure. Let's take a closer look. You're right, darling. There's some sort of connection between Knight and Canis. As you know, we've been trying to find out who Canis plays his silly correspondence chess games with. Well, now we know. I'll be pulling Knight into my office for a thorough grilling tomorrow. And I'll make that worm admit he's Canis' lackey if it's the last thing I do. So do your bit too, and retrieve the package we laid to rest 12 years ago. I'm sure it's still right in front of the planter where we left it. It seems to be some sort of report on Knight. Why is it so slow? Like, that's... I feel like as we get further in the game, the dialogue has gotten slower and slower every single game. To the point where we're saying, like, one word at a time. I mean, I know you normally say one word at a time, but usually you kind of string them together and make some sort of sentence. If you pause after every word, it's very slow. Yeah, and it must be from right away around the time he's killed. We know that Knight was killed while being interrogated in the prison warden's office. I think we can safely assume this document was written by Fifi Lagarde, don't you? I say so. Who was it written for? Oh, I guess whoever owns the safe. And I'd say that's likely to be the auctioneer, Excelsius Winter himself. If they really did know each other. Indeed, and not only that, it proves another connection. Huh? Lagarde and Winter were trying to flush out Mr. Canis' henchman. I mean, Bodhidharma Canis, right? The assassin guy with a soft spot for dogs? Yeah, something like the three of them. Something they don't want anybody to know. But what? I don't know yet, but I suspect it has something to do with this case. Wait, there's something else in here. We've seen before. There's something on his finger. Let's take a closer look, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a ring, an expensive looking one at that. What do you think about it, Kay? What? I didn't say anything. Well, what, Mr. Knight? Your chest set and your ring are here, too. All your possessions in one place. Basically, the safe was full of evidence from the murder at the prison. Seems so. Which means the missing knife and chisel might be here, too. Knife, chisel, knife, chisel. Look in the chest set. Oh, no dice. There's nothing else here apart from Mr. Knight's stuff. Really? Curses. I may be dead. Curse you, Edgeworth! The game isn't over yet. He left unfinished business behind him. I think we need to find out what it was. I just want to make sure this chest set doesn't open. Okay, apparently we can't open it. I think they're telling us to leave. Interest you in some cotton candy, perhaps? Hmm? Oh, that guy. He's the killer. I have ice cream too, but if I recall correctly, you weren't much of a fan. You! The killer! It's wonderful to see you looking so well, Mr. Edgeworth. What are you doing here? Just as I said, I'm selling cotton candy. Can I really not interest you in some? Parting Clouds, it's called. Very apt. Sweeter than death itself, and so delicious you'll feel you're parting the clouds en route to heaven. He's the last person on Earth I'd accept candy from. I was hoping to ask you about my little message. Did you manage to figure it out yet? That is another case solved, and I can't truly say it's been fully resolved, can you? Have you been watching us this whole time? I'm also gonna turn a fan on. It's kind of warm. A little warm today. A little warm. Good old fan to cool off the room. Blow some nice cool air in here. Get the hot air out. Watching you? No, I prefer to think I've been watching over you. The stand here really is the most marvelous little vantage point. How do you think it's any different? And what does he want with us? President's murder, was that you? Oh no, my contract elapsed a little while ago. He was rather famous among assassins, you know. Man, no one could kill, notoriously stubborn despite multiple attempts over the years. And it wasn't just his brawn that kept him safe. He used bodyguards, body doubles, you name it. It was his brawn that kept him safe. Besides, this time his bodyguards were nowhere to be found. After Mr. Rook died to save him, too. As I said, it wasn't me. I did not kill without good reason. But it's something else that I'd have to be grateful for Mr. Rook for. Thanks to him, I avoided killing someone entirely unworthy of my attention. Thanks to? What does that mean? The person who hired me deliberately misled me to the identity of my target. A betrayal of trust, for which I will soon forgive them. That's why I'm currently doing all I can to track them down. I like how the ice cream has expression. Do you know what I think? I think you and I are looking for the same person. He's talking about whoever it was that killed the president? And who is this person, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, come now. I can't tell you that. It's against the rules. Fleeing the identity of a client is out of the question. I'd hardly stay in business long if people couldn't trust me now, would I? Random Fox, we got the 2B outfit Fox. Doesn't mean there's anything to stop me from catching up with them in my free time. What are you gonna do when you find them? Why, dish out a little justice for the betrayal I suffered, of course. What? What are you saying? What's going to happen to them? I think you can imagine. Well, this hasn't exactly been a pleasant catch-up. But I shouldn't leave you completely in the dark. There's something you ought to know. My mutual friend, Bodhidharma Canis, he escaped 3 days ago. What? Three nights ago, to be precise, his cell was suddenly simply empty. Almost if he knew I was coming to pay him a visit. Wait, did Killer went to visit Canis in prison? Does that mean he's the person the killer is looking for? Now, I'd better not take up any more of your time. We'll be seeing one another again soon, I'm sure. Let's both keep up the good work, shall we? We'll run our target to the ground in the end. First a killer, now Canis. 2 assassins on the loose. Huh? That sound. Mr. Edgeworth! It's Judge Gavel's cell phone. Could be Sean. How's it going, Miles? Whoever it is using a voice changer. Whoever it is using a voice changer. Who is this? It's your friend in the red raincoat, of course. Red raincoat. You're the one who abducted Kay. Bingo. Well figured out, Mr. Genius Prosecutor. I can't hear, Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry. Where's the speakerphone on? But I was surprised as anybody when she lost her memory like that. Talk about a curveball. Hey, I'm sitting right here, you know. But never mind all that. I called to talk about something else. Yeah, there's something I need to tell you. Truth is, I was the one who made Big Bad Chairman Winter kill Little Miss Rosie Ringer. What? This must be the person the killer was talking about. I also called to say thank you. I neither want or need your thanks. Sure, but you deserve them anyway. Guess the penny didn't drop yet, huh? You're right. I abducted Kay, as you put it. But why would I do that, hmm? That's right, because I needed you to help me make sure that Winter got caught. No. If Kay was a suspect, you'd have to look into it. And if you looked into it, you'd be sure to unmask him eventually. After all, you're a genius, right? Everything worked out exactly like I planned. Oh, there's something else you should know. Something you didn't figure out yet. It wasn't Winter who kidnapped Judge Gavel's boy. You. How do you know about that? You and the good judge are more similar than you know. I think you might even be becoming friends. After all, she visited you at the detention center, right? Seems pretty pally to me. How could they possibly know about that? She didn't even use her real name when she visited. She pretended to be Detective Gumshoe. Anyway, you want to know how I knew about the kidnapping. That one's nice and simple, at least. Because sweet, innocent little Sean is here with me right now. Huh? No! Oh, sounds like that one was a real surprise. If only I could see your faces. Okay? What do you say? Why don't you come and steal him back, just like you said you would? You wouldn't want the amazing Yadagara Sue's first commission to be a failure, would you? Do you even know about that? How could they possibly know so much? Oh, don't get the wrong idea about dear old Celsius, by the way. Papa Winter's still a villain through and through. He wanted to kidnap Sean. I just got there first. So there were 2 kidnapping plots. Oh, what a bunch of clowns. His goons kidnapped his own son by mistake. Is Sean really there with you? Prove it. Put him on the phone. Oh, he's here. I'm afraid I can't do that. He's sleeping. So sweet. Then why should we believe you? You might not be the kidnapper at all. Humph. Look, if you don't want to believe me, that's up to you. What do you want? What's the end game here? Are you just trying to get Lagarde acquitted? Can't you see right there? No name. Nope, I couldn't care less about whether they find her guilty or not. So whoever it is, they're not after the same thing as Chairman Winter. My endgame is... I'm gonna have to stay a secret for now. Alright. Nice talking to you. You kids have fun, okay? I don't think for 1 second you'll get away with this. Oh, don't worry. I'm counting on you at least trying to track me down. That'll be half the fun. Not that I rate your chances of bringing me to justice very highly. Bang. Arng! Who was that? I wish I knew, but they didn't give us enough to figure that out. Deliberately, I imagine. What? So we have nothing to go on? It's not fair, they sure knew a lot about us. Indeed they did. You're right, it was uncanny how much they knew. They seemed to know. How is it possible that they were party to so much that happened in private? Right? They knew everything about the whole kidnapping situation, too. We need to figure out how. Where were they getting their information from? Let's consider this carefully. What were the things they knew? You and the good judge are more similar than you know. I think you might even be becoming friends. After all, she visited you at the detention center, right? Seems pretty pally to me. You wouldn't want an amazing Yadagara Sue's first commission to be a failure, would you? You even knew about that? Oh, sounds like that one was a real surprise. If only I could see your faces. That's it. Based on the specifics they mentioned, there's only one possible answer. I've got a K. I know how they knew. Huh? Really? There was they were... They must have been able to hear us somehow. It's the only possible answer. What? Like they were eavesdropping on us? Think about what the kidnapper said. Oh, sounds like that was a real surprise. I mean, they had the phone. That's not a real good giveaway, because we're on the phone with them. I can see your faces. I can see your faces. That means they couldn't, so they weren't filming or following us. Okay, so, what, they hit a bug somewhere? Let me take a look at the stuff in my bag. Or if they have concealed it. You're right, what they said again. Yes, they said somehow knew about something they shouldn't have. That was an impromptu visit in our conversation in the visitor's room. Just gavel. Please, Miss Redworth. Take a seat. What evidence did I have on my person at that point? Must have been hidden here.
Take that!
Must be no. It's no. It's no good. No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Is that not it? No. Okay. Let me try and think over everything the kidnapper said again. Alright, skip that. We already saw this. What do we have?
Take that!
This is all we had, right? Okay, can I take a closer look at your badge? You gotta go soup in? No, it's mine. What? Seriously, Miss Redworth, sure. You're a thief's assistant now. Doesn't mean you can just get to wear the pin right away. You have to earn it. I don't want to wear it. I want to check it for bugs. Huh? Something? Let's take a look, shall we? Rotate. Something I've been wondering for a while now, but... It's been something you inherited, or... Nope. It was the one, so I made it myself. So that makes sense. It is quite flashy. Can't imagine any other thief wanted to wear it. What? You don't have to be so mean, you know. I thought we said that before. Hi, Pixels. Huh? Whoa! Heck, so I was right. How'd you know? Whoever it is we're dealing with, they came into close contact with you recently. They're knocked me unconscious, you mean? Precisely. Which made me think the bug must be in one of your possessions. They also overheard my conversation with Judge Gavel when she visited me. How was your day, Pixels? Something that would have been impossible if I didn't have a bug on my person at the time. I get it. So you thought it back over what they let you keep hold of when they locked you up. Yes, all the case evidence I was carrying had been confiscated. The only thing it could have possibly been was your pen. So listening in to us the whole time, and they heard everything we said? I suspect so. Everything to do with this case and more. Wait, they're probably listening to what we're saying right now. They may well be, yes. Hey, jerkface! Okay. Eavesdropping coward, why don't you come out and show yourself? Huh? What was that sound? Ow, 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 ouch, take it. Wait, is she the one that's eavesdropped? Huh? Oh, look, it's Tabby. Wait, really? That's sure not a surprise, girl. Yeah, shout that loud without a word of warning? Let me jump halfway out of my skin. I'm pretty good. Sorry. What's got you so ornery anyway? You'll make it there, Pixels. You love this? Seriously, it'll make your blood boil. You will, huh? I'm all ears. Or we might be better off keeping it to ourselves, Kay. And we don't want it to be all over the front page of tomorrow's paper, that is. Oh. Thanks, we nearly walked right into that. Ah, come on, y'all are no fun at all. I was counting on you opening up and spilling the beans all over this here plaza. Oh, by the way, there's a free game, someone pointed out to me in, Discord. I threw it in the free game section. I better switch off that bug before I forget. So, did y'all find out that they're kidnapped Kitty? Speaking of which, how did you saw being taken away? Was it the boy in this photograph? Huh? No, that ain't him. Yeah, I saw like look dumber than mud, even if he did have on some fancy school uniform. No prize for guessing who she means. Oh, so Miss Lloyd managed to confuse matters once again. I think we better take another look around. Yeah, by the way, so I ended up running at work because I had an issue. And I kind of have a little bit of a shin splints from that. Because I sprinted across the parking lot trying to get there in time. Not too late. But I tried. Oh, we got Valentine's Day Fox. So, yeah, I think it's the shoes I wear to work. Because it doesn't hurt at home. But it hurts if I take too big of steps at work with my crappy shoes. I might need to get some new shoes. Someone was getting on me the other day. Apparently, you're only supposed to keep shoes for like 6 to 9 months. And I've had them for like 4 years. So, it's probably time? I don't know. But I don't want to spend the money when the shoes still work. And they look alright. I keep getting compliments. I got complimented last week on the shoes. So people like the shoes. Maybe I just need to get some like those like super great insert things. I've never used them, but they might be good. You know, get the ones that make you like float on a cloud. At square one. Hopefully we'll turn up some new information soon. There are only 20 minutes left until 2. We're gonna make it in time? Wait, Mr. Edgeworth, I just had a thought. It's about that phone call. There's a weird noise in the background, right? There was? Of course, Pixels. That's what this whole outfit was about. Look at me. It's chocolate themed. So you got the decorative box and you have the chocolate inside. Gooey sticky chocolate all over. Wait. I didn't mean, why do I keep doing that? I'm sorry. Don't think for 1 second you'll get away with this. Oh, don't worry. I'm counting on you. At least trying to track me down. That'd be half the fun. Yeah, I rate your chance of bringing me just particularly highly. Bang. Hey, she's right. I heard a loud bang right at the end. Have you provide a hint as to the kidnapper's location? A loud bang, you say. I see. God, we stop eavesdropping? Well, you never get cuddly, do you, Ruffles? I guess I need to speak with Miss Lloyd, too. Much as I don't want to. What's he doing out here? Stop, Gummy. Why are you running away from us? Okay, Gumshoe. You gave up your badge, sir. I didn't know what to do with myself. Stay right where you are, Detective. So I thought, if you weren't going to be a prosecutor anymore, then maybe I shouldn't be a detective either. But I was wrong. Even if you're not around, I'll always be a detective. My job will always be to investigate crimes. Us detectives don't just investigate when prosecutors ask us to. We have to be able to look into stuff ourselves, too. Is that what you were doing just now? And back then, too. Just thank your former subordinate for what I'm about to share. In his desperation to help Kay Faraday, he gave me a valuable piece of information. Think Gumshoe did that? So Rosie Minger's autopsy report. And I went down to the detention center to see how Kay was doing. At my level, you don't uncover the truth. You make it, little boy, little by little. Kay Faraday, murderer. That's the truth I created. Grr. Ease, my boy. That's what I like to see. You ever heard that? Yeah, so I went back and looked over the evidence. I got a little something I thought might help. Oh wait, Gummy, you're the best. I'd be in prison right now if it wasn't for you. My pleasure, kid. Good to see you got your memory back, by the way. Thanks. So anyway, like I said, I'm investigating stuff myself these days. And that's that. Wait, Gummy, don't run off again. I get it, you can look into stuff for yourself now. That's great. And it helped me, right, when I needed it most. Right now, we need you to work with us. I'm no longer a prosecutor, or indeed anything, but we're investigating a case regardless. And I ask you this not as a prosecutor, but as a friend. Detective Gumshoe, will you help us? There's a quote I've been saying a lot lately. I'm rereading the book series it came from. But I like the thought of it, and I've always wanted to be the kind of friend. But the quote is, friends don't count favors. They just show up when they're needed. And that's what I aspire to be. And I consider you guys all my friends. So, you know, if you need help, just let me know. I'll do what I can. Oh, stop it, sir. You're killing me here. Come on, Gummy. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to drive cross-country for you. Or, like, you know... Or fly on an airplane or something. That's probably pushing a bit much. I'm more of a moral support kind of person. Just because... Like, if you really need to have an emergency, and you need me, like, right away... Like, I'm probably not the person you should be calling first, because... I don't think any of you guys are local to me. Alright, I'll do it. Stop bowing and being nice to me, okay? It's weird. Gummy! See, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about, Pixels. Like, if you need help that badly, you should probably find somebody a little bit closer. That's kind of what I tell my parents. I only live like 30 minutes. I live like 30, 45 minutes from them. If they have an emergency, I'm not the person to call. I cannot get there in time to make a difference. They need to call somebody close. Thank you, Detective. Also, I don't consider my parents my friends, but that's neither here nor there. So what do you need? Can you tell us what you've discovered in the course of your investigations, Detective? Yes, sir. Sure I can. Alright, so I got 3 big things to tell you. Here goes. Number 1, I've got some results for you from when forensics looked at case clothes. They found traces of what looked to be a powerful sedative. Brand was, 3Zs. I guess that's just what she was drugged with at Score Lake. When she was taken to the roof of the big building. She seems that way. Now for number 2. Also, I just want to point out, somebody bought a ticket for Kay to go up to the big building. And so somebody carried an unconscious girl through a place where you have to buy tickets. Do you think you would notice that? Number 2, I got a hold of all that footage from that security camera in front of the big building elevator. Camera that captured President Wang and Judge Gavel that night. Yeah, the sea legs? I'll go with the Appalachian Trail. I mean, I could. But again, I'm not going to get there in time to make any useful difference. That is usually the only way of getting up to the roof, correct? Therefore, anyone using it should have been caught on camera. That's right, so when winding the tape back to 2 nights ago, we should have been able to see Kay being carried up there while she was out cold. And did you spot me, Gummy? I watched it all and fast forward, everything from 2 days ago until the end. Yes? And? Nothing. No sign of Kay anywhere. Oh, I thought it was too good to be true. How'd the kidnapper get her up there? I think we'll need to look into that in a little more detail. Last item on the list? Yes, sir. This is the big one. The third thing I have to tell you is... It's great to be working with you again. I hope you catch this purpose. It's the last thing I do. And that about wraps it up. Heh, I put you through a lot, Detective. Doesn't mean I can start going easy on you. That's the big one, as you put it. It doesn't even have anything to do with the case. I'd prefer something of practical use. Oof. No mercy, huh? Guess I shouldn't have expected any less. Thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. A boy's been kidnapped. We need your help to find him. Kidnapped? Yes, his name is Sean Fenn. Oh wait, the kid with the horns. Huh? You know him? I saw him earlier today. You mean this morning? Yeah, he got off that bus over there. And then he walked off toward the garbage disposal area. Where's that? Just over there. It's where all the offices in the big building put their trash before it goes taken away. Where we went after that, I couldn't tell you. I had to leave right away, right around then. Maybe better take a closer look at this garbage disposal area. Should I talk to this person first, or do we go here first? So I walked off in this direction, huh? It seems so, yes. Perhaps we'll find some clues here as to his current whereabouts. Scout seen inspect anything that gets my attention. There's the milk. Let's look at the milk first. There's no use crying over it. It's a milk carton. Same brand Sean drinks. Something happened to him here. I'm almost certain of it. Trash was collected at 11 a.m. I guess that's why the enclosure's empty. Some stuff here earlier. Big stuff, too. Today must be the day they take the big stuff away. Yeah, it sure looked like that way. But that big squisher machine squished it all up good anyhow. Dumped it up the larger items. They just take them away as they are. They do, huh? How do you know that, sir? Wait, Mr. Fenner's pretty keen for you to join him, right? I bet it's sent you some kind of pamphlet on how to throw some of your stuff away when you move office. You're spookily insightful sometimes, Gabe. Sometimes. It's what we've seen and what Detective Gumshoe told us. I think there's a strong possibility Sean was abducted from the garbage disposal area. Yeah, it's kind of out of the way of prying eyes, huh? Why would Sean even come here in the first place? Actually must have had something to dispose of. The truck's already come and gone. Guess we'll never know what that something was now. They keep it locked up tight, huh? Guess they don't want non-residents disposing of their trash here. It's totally empty, yes, because the garbage was just collected. You think? Or somebody steal it all? I smell crime here, Mr. Edgeworth. I started to smell something, as well. But is it really the scent of a crime? Let's look at what connections we can make. I think there's more to get out of her. How about that? Little help from a little old me, and y'all made a giant leap closer to solving the case. I was sure if by closer you mean we wound up going after the completely wrong kidnap victim. Must barely looked at the photo at all. Oh, really? And here I thought I was giving y'all the tip of the century. My bad. It's not your fault. It's ours putting our trust in unreliable sources. You have to learn not to do that again. I still can't believe she carries a bear trap this set on her backpack. Hey, that ain't nice. I don't get you all no tips at all, you know. And I won't. Not if you're gonna be like that. Alright, fine. Maybe just this one. But only because I got a real scoop for y'all this time. A real scoop, huh? This should be good. Fine, I'm not expecting much, but you got my attention. What is this scoop of yours? Proof, that's what. Proof that Tarasaurus really is real. Alright, Kay, we're leaving. Alright. I think we need to run an ad, and then we'll go figure out why Tarasaurus is real, okay? Trying to do better at this. So I will be right back. We still got 48 seconds left, which is quite a bit. Twenty seconds. 7 seconds. 5, 4. Close. Ah, why are there Legos at me? Can't even see it. I had to wait for the ad to get done. Not my fault. And we're back. Okay, we're leaving. Wait. I'm lying. I swear. Sure, it's hard to believe, but it's true. We don't have time for this. We also don't have much else to go on, I suppose. Proof? What kind of proof? Did you capture something on your tape recorder, perhaps? Oh, you're good, Ruffles. Sharpen a gosh dang tack. I captured the sound of that big old beastie breathing fire is what I captured. I was hoping for something a little better than that. Hey, don't make for that face, dang it. I ain't lying. Listen for yourself and tell me that ain't true. Alright, ready? It's fire breathing time. Dagnabbit. Grrrr! There, well. I'm kind of hard to tell over this shouting, but could have been something breathing fire, maybe? Hey, Miss Lloyd, did you see this fire breathing something with your own eyes? Well, not exactly with my eyes as such. I think it's how I wasn't precisely close by when it happened. Sure, the Tarasaurus would be pretty hard to miss no matter how far away you were standing. Well, see, I was far away, but also recording via what you might call non-standard means. Huh. You mind explaining what you mean by that? Ah! Let me dug myself a hole here, huh? See, I could have rigged me up a little wireless intercept, hoping to do a little scoop detecting. Simple, that's so sad. Poor insect. Not an insect, K. An intercept. She's listening to alpha radio signals. It would have allowed her to listen in on any nearby transmissions. Me and the chief have been down here at the big building sniffing around these last couple of days. Getting Miss Hart's tip about the underground auction, I assume. Which means that she's been listening in on all the radio signals in the area, too. Sure I have. Which is how I wound up hearing the most thunderous, ear-splitting noise you ever did hear. Pounding your feet, the electricity in the air. That was it. Tarasaurus, at last. You made up everything just except the roaring sound, didn't you? Long and short of it is that you didn't actually see anything, correct? Hey, I don't need to see things. I'm a writer, you hear? Anyhow, I kept listening until down the line comes. Father's voice, hollering fit to beat the band. So, coward, why don't you come out and show yourself? Huh? What was that sound? Oh, that's why I thought she was the kidnapper. Okay, our apologies for that. I'm sure Kate didn't mean to bowl you over with her little outburst. I assume it was as shocking as it was because you didn't hear it directly. It came through your headphones while you were listening to the signal from the bug, didn't it? What? Are you saying she planted it? Hey, come on now. I ain't into no bugging, just a little light-hearted interception is all. Do you mind if we borrowed the tape of what you recorded, Miss Lloyd? Do what you dang well please. Random Fox. Objection! We have Phoenix Fox. But Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Saint, Miss Berry. How's the search going? Did you find him? Not yet. Poor Sean. Sean? Oh, nothing. Just a slip of the tongue. Guess still don't know about the kidnapping. We did manage to find Eustace, yes. You did? That's great. Thanks so much. Now maybe they won't arrest me again. Alright, do we have enough to put the pieces together? The site bus, they use it for moving the cast of crew around during shooting. Then we need to know where it's going and how much the tickets cost. It's Global Studios' own private bus came. You would need to buy a ticket. And the destination will change depending on the needs of the crew. Let me get straight. It's free and it goes to anywhere you want it to? I gotta get me one of those. What do you want then? It's not a bus, but a car, Kay. Just like everyone else. Anything new for us to share? Mr. Powers, can I ask you a somewhat important question? Sure. What is it? Are you planning on making any more Steel Samurai? Sorry. Does this have something to do with your case? No, I was simply asking out of interest. I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. They don't let us talk about this stuff with just anybody. Gurk! I'm sorry I had to put you on the spot. I knew it was a long shot. Oh well. They didn't say they weren't planning on making anything new. Interesting. Not very helpful. There's no way filming equipment here. It's practically screaming, steal me. Just sitting there on the ground like that, huh? Okay, I know. I was just seeing how it felt to say it. If I stole Global Studios gear, they would never be able to make another Steel Samurai show again. Where would that leave you and all the other fans, huh? That's not why I stopped you. That's also a good point. Well, if it ain't my two newest pals. More trouble? Hop in. Thank you, but we don't need to go anywhere right now. I don't gotta say nothing, buddy. I can see you've been all over your face. You gotta go make a fresh start, am I right? New town, new house, do everything. Cops or tail, wise guys even? Don't matter. Just rip it all up and start again. I've actually been considering that a bit myself, but, you know, it is what it is. Come on, hop in. Your new life starts right here. Be sure to tip generously now. I'm starting to wonder why we weren't more suspicious of him the first time. Also, I just want to point out this car is not American. How things looking here, officer? All good? Yes, sir. Very good indeed. I've just been keeping my eyes and ears peeled, but my nose too, tongue and fingers too. It's a whole new kind of guard duty, and I must say I'm really relishing the challenge it presents. No offense, would you mind concentrating on more traditional methods? Look where the steering wheel is. This guy's hand on the wheel. He's on the right side of the car. You know, my friend's been out looking. Sigh. She beat us to it. No fair. Well, that's a taxi, not a mail delivery van. Her friends. I guess she means the animals. Okay, it's the first public performance of your new show, correct? Yep, it sure is. We practiced so hard for this one. Me? Mr. Saint will be performing too? Of course. He practiced harder than anybody, even if he did spend the whole time saying, no, 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 no. He went up in the balloon to spread the word from the sky. So you have to come and see him perform, okay? It means so much to him. The taxi? I mean, maybe? Of course, soon we can solve the case before then. You say that you enlisted the help of the animals in your search? What? I don't know what you're talking about. They deliver what? The taxi delivers people? Yep, and if it had been Azia and Regent, we might have found something. But Simeon, the big scared cat, was all, no, 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 put a stop to that. It's so boring. If it weren't for Mr. Saint, the whole town would probably be in an airport right now. Oh, come on, Simeon, why would you do that? Saying the whole circus was on the city would have been super fun. I'm sorry, to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing to me? I'm the one person who didn't say anything. You're amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. How did you find your winner? Some serious investigative magic, that's how. It's pure luck, actually, but never mind. You didn't even need our help, huh? It's not true. Thanks so much for joining in on the search. Where'd you look, by the way? Oh, this place is a little way away called Sunshine Coliseum. Do you know it? It's over by the harbor. There are a whole bunch of people there for a big event. We thought it might be worth a look. Like a festival? Well, that sounds fun. Wish I could have gone checked it out. Well, you have super fun. There were food stands and fireworks. Timmy didn't like the crowds much, but... hey, you don't have to tell them that. I decided. This case's finally over. We're all going to the festival together. Fireworks. We got it. We got it. Can't look you found prosecutor winner so quickly. Lucky? In what way? I have to go practice soon. For the show. We wouldn't have been able to help for much longer anyway. I see. Sorry to have kept you from your duties at the circus. Oh no, it's nothing to worry about, really. We've got to help. But anything, if it helps, make sure they don't arrest me again. Really help me out by finding him. I'm so relieved. Of course, just because they found him, that doesn't mean they'll find Warden Lagarde guilty. What? You mean they might still throw me back in jail? No, I can't go back. I can't. Okay. Do you really have to torment the poor boy? Alright, let's put 2 and 2 together. And come up with 6. Mr. Saint, you mentioned fireworks before. Huh? Fireworks? Yes, at the event at the Coliseum. Were they sending them off even during the daylight hours? Oh yeah, a bunch went off while we were there. What are you thinking, Mr. Edgeworth? The loud bang we heard. What if that was a firework? Huh? I think for 1 second you'll get away with this. Oh, don't worry. I'm counting on you at least trying to track me down. That'd be half the fun. Heh. Not that I rate your chances of bringing me to justice particularly highly. For the bang to be clearly audible over the telephone, it must have been pretty loud. Which means fireworks, which means the Coliseum, so the kidnapper was near there, right? How near? If fireworks were that loud, you could probably hear them from pretty far away. Yes, the area we need to search would be too broad to even consider doing it ourselves. If police were to lend a hand... I say before we do this. By the way, can you believe it's already June? Also, I'm getting a lot of work texts, but I have them all muted. So I'm just ignoring them. I do them when I have to. Alright, take a look. Can we connect anything else? Nope, no good. Only 2 vehicles came through here this morning. The taxi and a blue truck. The user was taken away in the taxi. Right. Well, it seems that Sean was likely abducted from the garbage disposal area. The garbage was collected at 11 a.m. The phone breaker is blown? Oh, they don't need me. They added me to a group chat for some reason. I hate when they do that. Group text. Oh, I get it. Now we know what kind of truck it was. Indeed. Must have been the garbage truck. But the police officer who told us about it didn't describe it as such. He only mentioned the fact that it was a blue. Yeah, some copy was. How do you not even notice if it was one of those cool trash pushing machines? Because it wasn't. Today's the regular garbage day is the day they collect larger items. First they wouldn't use a specialized garbage truck. Just a regular truck like any other. But it was a garbage truck, nonetheless. And where do garbage trucks go? To the dump, right? Wait a second. So you're saying the kidnapper disguised themselves as a trash collector? Then the truck would probably have been fake too, right? Yep, I do that all the time. Maybe didn't go to the dump. No, I'm reasonably sure the garbage truck was real. Yeah? How do you figure that? Another look at the garbage disposal area should tell us. What tells us the garbage truck must have been real? The lock.
Take that!
Garbage disposal area is kept locked. Oh yeah, so only a real garbage collector and a real garbage truck could have opened it. Precisely. Garbage truck can't have been a fake. That's whoever Dr. Sean put him in a large cardboard box that he prepared for the job. I'm excited, and amongst all the other oversized items, the garbage collector would have taken away no questions asked. Exactly. Allow the kidnapper to wait the truck's arrival at the garbage processing facility. They can then claim to have thrown the box away by mistake and collect it without incident. Alright, so where do they take the garbage after it leaves here? Let's see, it looks like we have two possibilities. It's the day breakdown. Which of the garbage processing facilities was Sean taken to? Everything I found in my serve is a clue. We still got 3 footprints we don't know what to do with. There's a pretty clear connection here, though. Based on the loud bang we heard on the phone call, we know that the kidnapper was somewhere in the vicinity of Sunshine Coliseum. And one of the garbage facilities is right by there, too. Although the difference isn't that far. I mean, it's, I guess, like twice as far away. I think it's likely that's where Sean was taken. Which means the kidnapper must be holding him somewhere near there. Maybe Sunrise Hall? Hey, Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Can I ask you any men to search the area around the garbage facility? It's not like you'd ask, sir. Feels a little flat, if I'm being totally honest. Why don't you give me a good old-fashioned order, huh? Like you used to. You don't mind? Even though I'm not a prosecutor anymore? I thought I told you already. Detective investigates for himself, not just for prosecutors. Thank you. Refill our health. Bloop. Shredder, we're almost out of time. You're right, we need to hurry. I doubt Judge Gavel and others can hold off out much longer. I count on you, Detective Gumshoe. I'll let you down, sir. Won't be an official search. I'll put my best guy on it. You can count on that. Coming to you, Gummy. I promise I snatched Sean from the jaws of danger, and that's just what I'm gonna do. I'll head back to the courthouse. Who knows, I may be able to drag the proceedings out just a little longer. Alright, with me, everybody. Even in the depths of night. God, sorry, striking too. There's a moment to lose. Yes, sir. But I didn't finish. Another bird dares to take flight. Oh, well, if it isn't our old friend, ex-prosecutor Edgeworth. Hello, dear boy. Celsius Winter. Here's a turn to face the prosecution. I'm not done with you yet. I told you, Francisca, it doesn't make sense. Why would I help her? I feel for her, of course. Won't her crime sent to prison? It's enough to make a grown man cry. Doesn't take much to make you cry, does it? Express evidence in order to keep her out of jail? A jail cell? No, that's preposterous.
Objection!
You have a statement from your own son. It's the entrusted evidence to your care. I'm afraid I don't know what he's talking about. Or why he'd say such a thing. I don't know what's gotten into him lately.
Objection!
What if I could prove that you and Warden Lagarde are much more closely associated than you claim? I'm sorry, prove? I haven't been over this, dear boy. You're an ex-prosecutor, remember? Are you even allowed in this part of the courtroom anymore? Well, Edgeworth, I'm going to prosecute in this case. What are you thinking, barging in like this? I'm sorry, Francisca, but it's important. May I speak on behalf of the prosecution just briefly? Well, what? What are you doing? There's Gavel. Come before the court with important new evidence. Yes, allow me to present it. Ho, 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 ho. Have you lost your mind, dear boy? There's no way that this can be allowed.
Objection!
Well, then Miss Hope she'll let him. Gee, just saying. What's the thing over on the prosecution side there, Frondango? Oh, fine. Prosecution has no objections.
Objection!
The objections are neither here nor there. This isn't a democracy, it's a courtroom. And this is flagrant contempt. Isn't that right, Verity? No, as long as Sean's still missing, she'll feel she has no choice but to go along with whatever Winter wants. So I had a cough. Oh, there's some way of telling her that her son might be found any moment. Just Gavel. I'd ask only this, that you trusted me and my assistant just this once. Speaking of which, where is Kay Faraday? She's currently searching for the most important piece of evidence of all.
Objection!
Nonsense, there's no more evidence to be found. You're stalling for time.
Objection!
The most important piece of evidence of all. Hey, gee. I don't know what this evidence is, but maybe you should trust in Miles' little pal. What do you say? I mean, I say little pal, but she's way more than that. She's the one and only great thief Yadagara Su. It seems to sense what I'm getting at least. Judge Gabble, the evidence I'm talking about, we're almost certain we know where it is. Okay, it's only moments away from snatching it from the jaws of danger. Very well. This is highly irregular, but I will allow it. You have my thanks. Have you all gone completely mad? Why don't you cry about it? You said you had important new evidence. Evidence what exactly? Just what I said. That Warden Lagarde and Chairman Winter are far better acquainted than he claims. I present to you. Not this, I don't think. I'm just double checking.
Take that!
This document is a report regarding the interrogation of a certain someone. Oh yeah? Who might that be? Late Mr. Bronco Knight. And the interrogation was to be carried out by none other than Warden Lagarde. Wait, is that the interrogation where... Yes, where Knight was killed. This document shows Warden Lagarde planning the interrogation in which Mr. Knight was murdered. It's indeed important evidence.
Objection!
Miles Edgeworth, you referred to the document in question as a report. Do you care to elaborate? To whom was the report addressed? A very good question, Mr. Von Karma. And the answer to that is, the most important new revelation of all. We recovered this document from a safe in the storeroom on the 51st floor of the big building. That's the storeroom where the lots for the underground auction were kept. It is. An auction, if you recall, that was presided over by one Excelsius Winter. And that is to whom the report in question was addressed. Do you still mean to insist that you and Warden Lagarde barely know one another? I refrain from commenting on that matter. For the moment, if you don't mind. What? I don't believe it's been conclusively proven that I was the auctioneer yet, has it? Hey, have you forgotten the events of this morning already? I think I proved that fact more than adequately. I'll admit defeat in that particular arena, yes. That was not the courtroom. Can you prove the same thing here, my boy? That I was the ringleader, did you call it? If you can't, then, well... You certainly can't prove that report was addressed to me. You won't figure your way out of this one. So unfair, Sniffle. Tell him, Faraday, please. I'm not being slippery at all. I'm being entirely reasonable, wouldn't you say? Like you when you permitted Mr. Edgeworth this bizarre interlude. That was most unlike you. It's saddening, truly it is, to see you failing in your sacred duty to the law. Almost saddening enough to make me want to take drastic measures. You're right, of course. Until fact has been adequately proven in the courtroom, it cannot truly be considered a fact. I'm afraid I have no choice but to ask that Mr. Edgeworth's theory be struck from the record. It's no good. She has to know for certain that Sean is safe. I'm sorry, my boy. What counts as truth out in the field and in the courtroom are two different things. And you're more than willing to bend the truth in the courtroom. Is that what you're saying? Oh, you're a scurrilous soul, and I'll do no such thing. I don't know. Let's have accept the court's verdict as the truth. Should choose to acquit me. As should you. Oof. Brandon Fox. I think we know which one's coming up, don't we? Witch Fox. Yeah, that, the silhouette does not hide the Witch Fox at all. That's kind of funny. Hey, Mopar, how's it going? If we can't find the missing evidence, we're in trouble here. Oh, Verity? I think we've heard about all we need to, don't you? There's no way that evidence is turning up ever. A quick not guilty and we can all go home.
Objection!
Who said that? Ooh, who said that? I'm doing very well, thank you. Dad? Eustace. Sniffle. What are you doing here? Mr. Winter, what is the meaning of this? Now, where have you been? You can't just abandon your duties like that. I'm sorry. You're unfit to be a prosecutor. You're a complete and utter disgrace. Devil, why, Eustace? Why can you not get into your head? So, this is no place for an incompetent fool like you. Dad, I brought some vital evidence. You know, I just want to point out, I've told you this before, I used to kind of want my dad's approval. And so, but I compromised my own happiness to try to get it, and that's not a way to go about it. Because I never got it, and I never will, so forget him. I brought some vital evidence. So can I please take my place at the prosecutor's bench, pretty please? Well, Eustace. This is certainly a surprise. It's all coming together.
Objection.
Oh, ho. Eustace, my boy, what's gotten into you? There's something different about you. What's going on? Dad, Come on, my boy. Spit it out. What is it? Do you want Daddy to play catch with you? That's it, isn't it? Alright. Why don't you run along home and I'll be with you soon. Get back on the stand right now. What's gotten into you, child? You're shaking like a leaf. That guy, he's the head prosecutor guy. The head of the committee. And he's also evil. Judge Gavel. Prosecutor in charge has arrived along with important new evidence. This trial is far from over. Surely you can't call an end to proceedings just yet. No objections from team defense. I wish we could have our original team captain say that herself, though. Prosecution has no objections, either. His beard's fake, though. Because he burned it up, like, in the last, episode. You think this farce is going to continue? There's no chance of that. None at all. See, he keeps playing with fire, he keeps burning his beard off. There's no chance of that. None at all. Isn't that right, Verity? Still thinks he was successful in his bid to kidnap Sean. We know different. As long as the boy remains missing, nothing changes. Judge Gavel's hands are still tied. What's that sound? That's your cell phone. Huh? Mine is also ringing. Whoa, I'm getting a call too. Mr. Edgeworth! Mr. Fender! We found Sean! He looks completely unperturbed. What's the word? We found Sean! Detective, you did it! Most important piece of evidence of all, huh? That's some stellar work. Your great thiefness. Heh, thanks. We just thought you should know right away. See you all soon. Judge Gavel, it's for you. Hello? Yes, I understand. I'm so glad you're safe. Be sure to thank everybody properly. You'll do that for me, won't you? Alright, be careful. I'll see you back at home. That's her son. He got kidnapped so she'd declare a guilty verdict. Proceedings will continue. I feel certain freedom returning to my hammer arm. Grr, no, how? Is this some idiotic joke? It's no such thing. The witness will return to the stand. And Mr. Winter will step up to the prosecutor's bench. Yes, ma'am. Do we have enough prosecutors? We got 3 now. I guess Miles isn't really a prosecutor anymore. Eustace Winter. Yeah? I leave matters in your hands. Huh? Facing down your own father? This won't be easy. I've been looking on with interest. Don't disappoint me. Very well. Is prosecution ready to proceed? Mr. Winter, you mentioned some evidence that you wish to present to the court? Yeah, so, the knife and the chisel. Oh, you tracked down the missing murder majigs? Well, Mr. Winter, did you? About that. No, Sniffle. I couldn't find them. I searched everywhere, Sab. Everywhere. But I was, Sniffle, too late. Too late? How so? I remembered something, Sniffle. I saw Dad in the garage this morning. He's carrying something wrapped in a newspaper. Where are you going, Dad? Oh, Eustace. I was just on my way to throw out some trash. Then I heard this tinkling sound. Tinkling, huh? Let me guess. The bell for Mr. Keynes' chisel. You can tell the court that you believe the witness disposed of the evidence? I tried, Sab. I tried my best. But I was too late. I'm Sniffle. Sorry. You said you looked everywhere. Everywhere where? Literally everywhere. I even went to the dump. I got down on my hands and knees and dug through the garbage. That stuff would be in there somewhere. Wait, that's Eustace? Huh? Hey, what are you doing here? Wah! Rude, he totally ignored him. That's what he was doing. And he went so far as to search the dump. But, all I found was this. It says, I'm gonna punch it for one thing. Yeah, and you're a little on the right side yourself, kiddo. I can smell you from here. Well, what do you expect? And the knife? It's probably somewhere in among all that trash. There's too much to go through on my own. Well, we'll accept that and presented evidence. Oh, you really have outdone yourself, Eustace. You never failed to disappoint, dear boy. You dumped through rotting garbage with your bare hands, and that's all you have to show for it? Ha. No. Ah, you drive me to tears. Really, you do.
Objection!
I have no idea. It looks like a rock. Might be a little too soon to turn on the waterworks just yet, Dad. Let's take a closer look first. If you wish to waste your time, be my guest. Hey, Eustace Miles, just devastatingly handsome old defense attorney a favor, will you? Hit this guy full in the face with the truth. Seems Finder's on board. Good. Let's see if we can find an opening. Swinner, could you show me the piece of evidence you found? Sure. Let's open it up, shall we? I only hope there's something of value inside. Is it the bell? Could this be the bell that was on Mr. Keynes' chisel? That's some trace evidence that we can prove that one way or the other. It's no good. Look at it. It's spotless. Oh, Mr. Winter? Do tell, was there anything interesting inside your little scrap of paper? Arrgh! Of course there wasn't. Why would there be? Why was it even accepted evidence? It's literally a piece of trash. Sorry, gentlemen. The truth hurts. Were Eustace's efforts for nothing? Sure, the bell may not be of much use to us as evidence. Nonetheless, when it's worth, we can't give up yet. As calm and collected as ever, I see. Miles. Unlike my poor idiot son there. Are we to assume that the prosecution has nothing more to say on the matter? Very well. Objection!
Objection!
Not so fast, Cavill. We're not done yet. There's only one thing we still haven't looked at properly. Really, my boy? You want us to believe there's more? That's basically never a good look, you know. Potato. What's up? It goes away, it just takes a minute. Yep. It takes, I don't know what the timer is. 5 minutes or so? So, hey, my boy, you want us to believe there's more? Desperation is never a good look, you know. It seems Eustace isn't quite ready to give up just yet. And for once, I think we're both thinking the same thing. Namely, that we might not necessarily be dealing with a useless piece of trash. We can't know for sure without looking more closely, but if I'm right, we're talking about the piece of newspaper the bell is wrapped in. Seems really worth thinking the same thing. Ah, it's beautiful, really, it is. Sniffle. You're joking, so. Some might call it heroic optimism. Some might call it clutching at straws. But whatever one calls it, to put all of one's faith in a worthless piece of garbage, that takes belief. Hey, let's take a closer look and see if it's as worthless as you say, shall we? You should be so kind. Oh, look at that! Beautiful! Are these finger marks? And look, it's covered in some sort of oil. Judge Gavel, I'd like to have this examined for fingerprints. I request you call on somebody from forensics. Very well. Somebody take this shit right away. That is so, Your Honor. It's been confirmed. These are finger marks. Horse looks like they were made by somebody wearing gloves. No! Oh dear, well that doesn't give you very much on the way of evidence, does it? I suppose it makes sense if you think about it. After all, this is important evidence. And what kind of idiot would handle something like that without gloves on? That's right, the kind that would flail about desperately, like you, my boy. Wow, way to talk to your kids, Super Dad. I'm really calling a spade, or in this case, an idiot. Real winners know how to keep their emotions out of things. And take no pity on the weak and the foolish, include their own ineffective offspring. Yeah, that's real emotionless there. Dad, you spent the last who knows how long proclaiming yourself to be a prize-winning prosecutor? But thanks to my little pep talk this morning, you finally know exactly how those prizes were won. It was all thanks to me. Thanks to the power I wield. You've never stood on your own 2 feet. You've always been coddled. First by me, then by Verity. Dad, sob. Oh, dry your garbage-smelling tears. Garbage-smelling? How this stench that doesn't suit you. Even it does make me sniffle, turn up my nose in disgust.
Objection!
No, you're wrong. I am, my boy? Wrong about what? I'm not the one that smells. You are. What did you say? Yeah, you smell. And you don't even realize it. You can hide it even if you wanted to. Edgeworth, take a sniff right there where the finger marks are. You want me to smell it? Oh, is that oil? Yep, and I know where it came from. Wait, I know it from somewhere too. Well, an angel here, I guess we understand there must be something a Motorhead. That door tells me something. Something important. That's exactly who threw this piece of evidence away. But I guess my dad's right. I guess I'll never be a real winner. I'll never be able to keep my emotions out of things. And I'll never, Sniffle, be able to stand up to him, no matter what he's done. Eustace? I got your back. Be strong, Eustace. Remember what you told me. You said you were going to be different from your father. A different kind of prosecutor. And you are a prosecutor. We both are. That's why we're standing here in this courtroom. Prosecutor's highest responsibility is to the truth. See that it comes to light no matter what. We expose crimes and we see that their perpetrators are punished, no matter who they may be. So if you truly mean to continue on as prosecutor, you know what you have to do. I made you a promise. I said that if you could summon the courage to find your feet again, I'd help you. This isn't something you should have to do all alone. I'm here. I'm right beside you. Thanks, Edgeworth. You're right. Those finger marks tie my dad to this crime. We just need to show everybody how. If only we had something that showed exactly how.
Take that!
The smell you pointed out to me, Eustace, it's the smell of engine oil, isn't it? Motorcycle oil, even. Yep, and we both smelled it before in the same place. Yes, in Chairman Winter's garage. What's more, these finger marks feature some distinctive patterns, don't they? The outlines of the letters D, E, A, T, and H. The same letters appear on the fingers of these gloves.
Objection.
Oh ho ho, gloves that can be bought in any store. How does that prove anything, dear boy?
Objection.
How indeed? That's not the only thing that connects your gloves to the piece of newspaper we found. Let's look again at the scrap of paper that the bell was wrapped in. And compare it to the gloves we found in Chairman Winter's garage. This piece undeniably connects the two.
Take that.
This right here connects the two pieces of evidence without a shadow of doubt. It does. Are you sure? I thought it was the oil. Can't say I see the connection myself. Now lucky you don't need to see it. Edgeworth, I can't see it either. What? Oh, did I pick the wrong part? Oh! The A. There's something here that matches these gloves, and only these gloves. It has to be. Oh, just as I thought. You can't prove anything at all, can you? Don't be so sure about that. Sorry, I was thinking the wrong thing. There's an undeniably connects the two. Yeah, the missing part of the A. I didn't notice that.
Take that.
Look at the letter A on the finger. Half of it is missing. Exactly as it is in the newspaper. What? Oh, car's being on fire. Almost. He almost lost it. I'd also like to draw the course inch of the dirt on the gloves are covered in. See, I pointed at the dirt! I think it might be worth having the composition compared to that of the dirt on the newspaper. I managed to make it for even stronger evidence that the print was made by Chairman Winter's gloves. Officer, have thrown these two pieces of evidence compared right away. The witch outfit? Grrr! Curse you, Edgeworth, and you, Eustace! Who do you think you are? You're nothing but mere prosecutors. Sorry, Dad. I think it's time you admitted defeat. You suppressed vital evidence, and we just proved it. That in a court of law. And you did it to try and protect the defendant. What? Do you think you're going to be able to make this stick? Think you'll send me to prison? Me? Think you'll be the one to finally take me down? You're a fool, child. A fool!
Objection.
Just give it up, Dad. Admit what you did.
Objection.
You think you'll stand a chance without me around? You will last 5 minutes. You know what? I think I might be okay. All I ever wanted was to become a prosecutor, to make you proud. After men kidnapped me, and I was lying there in the dark all on my own, I got thinking. Thinking about how powerless I was in all this because of you. I almost gave up. I almost lost sight of the truth. But then... Edgeworth appeared out of nowhere and showed me the way forward. I don't need your approval anymore. And I don't need you. After all, I found the evidence of my own, didn't I? My men kidnapped you? Well, what are you talking about?
Objection.
I guess the courtroom is as good a place as any to tell you the truth, Dad. Be careful what you say to me, boy. You may live to regret it. You're a fool, Eustace, and you always will be. I know you've hated me for as long as I can remember, but I want you to know that despite it all, I've always looked up to you as my dad. Thanks for everything, Excelsius. And goodbye. When did you need me, dang it? You can't possibly survive without me. Eustace! Did we lose another beard? Court hereby accepts that vital evidence in this case was suppressed by Chairman Winter. That crime will be tried and an appropriate punishment decided at a future date. But for now, we must turn to the matter of the knife and the chisel, which still have not been found. However, I believe a full search of the garbage facility may well be remedied now. What? You're going to dig through all that trash for the knife, darling? But then... Hey, don't worry, Warden Lagarde. I'm sure your punishment won't be too unpleasant. Oh, you devil, punished? What? Impossible! Excelsius, you blithering buffoon, what did you do? What did you do? Are you swaggering bluster about how they never declared me guilty and now? This? You were the one I went to after they arrested me, because you made me believe I could trust you. And not only did you kidnap a child to try to help me, it didn't even work? Idiot! You! Feckless, useless idiot of a man! An unsightly outburst, to say the least. An informative one, too. Wouldn't you agree, Eustace? Yeah, she really let some juicy info slip there. Right? She did, right? Yes, she did. You really need to work on your confidence. Very well. This seems you may be able to bring these proceedings to an end at last.
Not so fast.
What? Huh? Who's that? Sorry, just Gabble. Your happy ending will have to wait. Legacy says, the end of the trial is not necessarily the end of the matter. Who? Who are you? Just a lowly lone wolf investigator by the name of Shi Long Lang. Do you have some sort of objection to these proceedings, I take it? Not really. Your suspect over there is guilty for sure. Guiltier than you know. Lang? Like the Lang from 12 years ago? Yep. Good to see that you're finally about to pay for your crimes. Maybe it'll take a while for you to get what was coming to you. Agent Lang, explain yourself. Are you familiar with the SS5 incident? I certainly am. It happened 12 years back. Wait, 12 years. Look, a lot happened, okay? That was all 12 years ago or more. My father and the president being friends, my family being the ones who kept him safe. He just changed one day. It was like he became a different person. Now he doesn't trust the police one bit. What happened 12 years ago? Does it all be connected to Agent Lang's father and his relationship with the president somehow? Fifi Lagarde and Excelsius Winter. In the flesh, I've waited a long time for this day. After all, you're the ones who threw my family name into the dirt. Eek. Are we to assume that you have some personal connection to the incident in question? I do, but I'm not here to talk about the past. Not yet, anyhow. Right now, I'm here for you, Gabble. Me? You and one other person. Sean! You're both under arrest. On suspicion of having conspired to murder Di Jun Wang, President of Xingfa.
Objection.
Where's your evidence, Agent Lang?
Not so fast.
All good time, Mr. Prosecutor. We haven't even started our investigation yet. I want my suspects on the scene with me while I look everything over again. What have you uncovered, Agent Lang? What did you know? You got a problem, you're more than welcome to tag along. Oh, believe me, I will. The end of the trial is not necessarily the end of the matter. We certainly haven't come anywhere close to solving the mystery of the president's murder, or uncovering the truth behind these so-called monster sightings. I told you, I don't think we're close. We're so far, like, we've only got 2 hours left tonight. Are we going to be able to finish this tonight? I don't think so. Oh, don't worry. I'm counting you to at least trying to track me down. That'd be half the fun. Heck, not that I rate your chances of bringing me to justice particularly highly. Figuring out who that was on the phone. Yes, I'd say the matter is far from over yet. Alright, this looks like a good place to go brush my tail. But I'll keep it short. Maybe do like 2.5 minutes, and that should be good. And we shall see. Alright, so I'm gonna go brush. Alright, right back 2.5 minutes, okay? Oh, I need to refresh. I don't know why the button goes away for so long. Alright, so I will be right back. I'm back, and apparently I'm late. Oops. I guess I should have done 3 minutes anyway. My bad. Alright, we're back. Alright, press on. Alright, back here at the monster footprints. There's still so much left in this. Like, I just don't see. Could you maybe calm down a little? Calm down? No way, Jose. Not until you all come clean. It's for your own good, dang it. Our intrepid reporters refuse to give up, even in the face of repeated stolen from the crew. Look, you're lazy to stop harassing these people, or I'll have to ask you to. Y'all sure got a lot of nerve. Y'all are the ones who let Tarasaurus run wild. Hoping to hide the fact that they bred this menace themselves. The staff cling desperately to their story. Look, we're really not breeding anything. It's a movie set. There's a gal who told me she was done seeing Gordy with her own danged eyes. I saw something, but doesn't mean we're keeping monsters here. Alright, break it up. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. And Sean. Y'all are on the trail of this here monster infestation too, right? No, we're on the trail of a criminal. Like as he says, the darkness of a criminal's heart can sometimes be compared to a monster. I'd say a killer is no different from a monster, really. Yeah, it's like, you know, our job is to kill monsters. Sometimes those monsters take the form of people. Agent Lang, it's highly irregular, sir. We allow members of the public to come onto the crime scene. These people are important witnesses. I need them to be here. Well, Agent Lang, here we are. Where do you intend to begin? Let's start by summing up all the facts. President Wang's body was discovered here this morning. He hadn't been seen since the night before last. Yes, he slipped off without his bodyguards noticing, if I remember correctly. So he was missing for over a day. The last person to see him alive was you, Judge Gabble, on the roof of the big building. Why did the two of you arrange to meet? I'm sorry, but I can't say. Not even to defend yourself from an accusation of murder? I'm pretty sure he's the father. Why? Why can't you just tell us? Hey, Judge Gabble, we were trying to help you. Ha! She can't say it because she'll only incriminate herself more. I know you had something to do with the president's murder, and I'm going to prove it. You said yourself the body was only found this morning. I explained the time that passed between Judge Gabble's meeting with the president and then. That's exactly what I'm hoping we're about to find out. I'm particularly interested in what happened last night. So why don't you tell us exactly how it all went down? Sean Fenn. Me? We know you were here on the set last night. You were Sean? You have testimony from the woman over there, and forensic evidence from the footprints that prove it. You came back to run your little lines, right? What? You were spying on me? I'm sorry. I was just making sure you were okay. It was late. I was worried about you. How many times do I have to tell you? I don't need you to worry about me. Oh, is this backpack full of milk? Sean, that's no way to talk to an adult. She's trying to look out for you. Apologize this instant. Sorry. I told you before, I won't have you speaking to people that way. Wow, this is a whole new Judge Gabble. Maybe she's just as strict with her son as she is for those who break the law. Are you listening to me? If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. You must. That's what she gets off on a long-winded rant. And I want you to remember that, alright? Can we get on with the investigation now? Oh, of course. Forgive me. I don't think I've ever seen her so passionate about anything. Guess Judge Gabble the mother will take a little getting used to. Are you to understand that you're accusing Sean of being involved somehow, Agent Lang? I just want the truth. I need to know why the president was killed. And by whom. And I don't care what it takes. I'm going to find out. I guess it makes sense for him to be so determined. The president was practically family to him. Alright, Sean. Perhaps you could tell us what happened last night. Fine by me. I got nothing to hide. I had a bad day yesterday. Messed up a couple of takes. I was scheduled to shoot the same scene again today. So I thought I'd put in some extra practice. And that's what I did. It's that simple. Like I haven't done it before. That's fine. Nothing happened. You're rehearsing late at night again? When I called you yesterday evening, Sean, you said you were at the hotel. You called him? Around what time? Must have been 11 p.m. or thereabouts. One of our rules, when Sean stays away from home, we all have to speak every night. Gee! Maybe he, lied? I mean, it's not like children lie. I lie to my parents all the time. Yeah, well, wasn't he at the hotel? I was feeling sad. So he lied to me. Yeah. He's basically a teenager. Sorry. Wait, he is a teenager, right? We know how old he is. 13. Yeah, he's a teenager. Oh, now she's mad. I think it's kind of amazing how hard he wants to work on his acting, though. Nonetheless, the parent can't help but worry. Her child alone late at night, anything could happen to him. Indeed it did. He got himself entangled in this case. But he said nothing happened, right? He did, although I can't help but wonder if he was telling the truth. Let's look at our evidence and see what we know first. We know we have the tape. Yeah, the footprints. So the footprints must have happened, right? Had a bad day yesterday, messed up a couple of takes.
Hold it!
A bad day? Could you elaborate a little? What I spelled out for you? It was just bad, okay? Huh? What do you mean? What do you think? Did you drink too much milk, maybe? How did you? I mean, no? Nothing like that. So it might be more accurate to say that his stomach had a bad day. Huh. I thought milk was supposed to be good for your digestion. Shut up, we're done talking about that. The point is I messed up those takes. I don't think milk's good for you, in general. And it's got good vitamins and stuff, so it's good for kids. But I don't think it's good for adults. I could be wrong, but I don't know. We're scheduled to shoot the same thing again today.
Hold it!
So you want to rehearse your lines in the preparation for reshoots. Yeah, I caused enough trouble for everyone. Everybody messing things up the first time around. I was about to do that again. I'm a pro. Huh. One can only admire his dedication and his sense of responsibility to his coworkers. Sean takes his work so seriously. He's a real inspiration to everybody. Even though he said he messed up, it wasn't like there was actually a problem. He just wanted to make them as good as they could be. He always says it even a tiny bit better. Shut up! Why do you always have to say stuff people don't need to hear? Oh, so sorry, Sean. I think maybe work on his people skills a little more. Oh, anyway, as I was saying, so I thought I'd put in some extra practice, and that's what I did. It's that simple.
Hold it!
Sean, about what you just said. How many times have I made you promise? If you're going to rehearse on your own, you have to tell me. I know. Well, that little outburst rather stole my thunder. Let me ask again. About what you just said. I think it's pretty cool, though, Sean. Well, more interruptions? It's all the hours of practice that make you the best you can be. What about little? I'm the same. I went from small-time thief to average thief, and before I knew it, the greatest beckoned. And now that I finally made it, I'm not about to stop doing my best, and neither should you. May I continue? Now, Sean, do you often rehearse alone? Finally, I got my question out without being interrupted. It's not like I haven't done it before. It's fine, nothing happened.
Hold it!
Are you sure about that? Well, what do you mean? Of course I'm sure. It's just a regular evening, nothing out of the ordinary. Huh? Regular evening? How can you say that? Somebody was... Okay, he's just a child. You must be too hard on him. Nothing happened. Really? Nothing to do with the case anyway. At least that's what it sounds like he wants us to believe. Wait, don't we have some evidence related to what happened last night? We do. We also don't have time to be humoring the lies of a child. That's usually we have to point out the contradiction of testimony. Boop, boop, boop.
Objection!
Nothing happened. I'm sorry, but you're lying. This proves it beyond a doubt. Wait, how did you... That's right. Your rehearsal tape. Ah! What? You have video footage last night? We do. If you watch it, you'll see that it was no ordinary evening. There's a footprint there already. There is, and I'm not sure that's an everyday sight. Even on a film set. Sean, why would you keep this from me? No reason. Liar! That's not my work on your mommy, kid, but it's not gonna work on me. Why'd you have the tape? Sean, you have to tell us. You? Look, I just didn't want anybody to see me rehearsing, okay? I don't like it. I believe him. So you were embarrassed? Is that it? Yeah. What's so weird about that? That's why you didn't want to hand over vital evidence? Sean, how could you? Ah! I'll give you a break. You know about it. You know about it now, don't you? Sure, the footprint was there. I just ran my lines and went home. That was it. What, nothing about the giant monster footprint struck you as weird? It's a giant monster footprint! Well, instead of a giant monster movie, it's not like there isn't all kinds of other weird stuff around here. I don't buy it for a second, Chief. There's something hinky about this kid. Sure as I'm standing right here. That almost got bad. Dang Skippy there is. He's hiding a scoop under them there horns, or might ain't a lot of heart. I'll shut up, both of you. I'm done talking.
Objection!
No, you're not. What? The footprint isn't the only strange thing about last night. What other unusual occurrence happened yesterday evening?
Take that!
The model of the Taurosaurus head fell from the roof of that trailer last night. Do you expect us to believe that you knew nothing about that? I don't know what you're talking about. Is that so? I told you. I ran my lines. I went home. That was it. What do I know about some stupid falling head? Or are you saying you can't prove I knew something? Sadly not. It's entirely possible that the head fell after Sean left. No proof, huh? This conversation's over. He tells me he doesn't want to talk about last night anymore than is absolutely necessary. What is he hiding? Hold it right there. What is it, Agent Lang? Heh heh heh, so it's just as I thought. Thanks, Mr. Prosecutor. This footage of yours backs up my theory nicely. What? There was something else in that tape? Yep. Look closely. See the costume up in the top left? Oh yeah, Taurosaurus suit. That was different. Do you see it? It's unzipped. I'm not sure. He's just kind of hanging out and looking a little saggy. Oh, and the zipper on his back is done up tight. The zipper. That's... Wait, did we also see this bag at the judge's house? At the winner's house? Thank you for the pets. Heh, yeah, I guess you all see it now, right? On that tape, the zipper is wide open. Why? Because somebody's inside the suit, that's why. What? Mr. Powers, that zipper. What can you tell us about it? Well, we always close up tight when the suit is in use. That's right, Mr. Prosecutor. And do you remember something else I said not so long ago? Let me refresh your memory. What if Frank Owl pushed the president off the big building that night before last? Then came down here to the movie set and hid the body somewhere. Here? But where? There's all kinds of stuff down here. Costumes, equipment, you could hide it anywhere. Then come back a day later, last night, in other words, and take it out again. You're saying the body could have been hidden in the Taurosaurus suit? That's exactly what I'm saying. Is that right, Gowl? He pushed the president off the roof, just like I said, and he hid his body inside that costume. I most certainly did not. Protest all you like. I'm not going to believe you. You're the only person who could have done this.
Objection!
I thought we already proved that would have been impossible. We said it was locked at the time. There's no way Judge Gavel would have been able to get in here.
Knuckle back!
Once she had an accomplice. What? Got a little theory for you. I think you're gonna like it. What's Sean was waiting down here when Gavel pushed the president off the roof. Two of them working together, the problem with the lock goes away. They then work to tie the body together too. By dragging it over to the Tarasar suit and stuffing it inside. That's a whole day in advance. Do you think the murder was really that carefully planned? The assassination of a world leader. It could only have been carefully planned.
Overruled!
To suggest that Sean could have been involved in this is unthinkable.
Knuckle back!
You're a prime suspect. What makes you think I'm going to listen to your words you say? What about motive? What reason would either of them have to kill President Wang? Who knows? We'll find out soon enough. She's the last one to meet with him, and she won't tell us why. Pretty darn suspicious. Even you have to agree with that. Judge Gavel, I don't suppose I can convince you to share any more details. My apologies, but that is the one thing I cannot do. However, rest assured, should that ever change, you will be the first to know. So please, you have to believe me? Yeah, murders have a habit of saying that. What about you, kid? Any weak excuses to offer? If so, now's the time to get them out off your chest. Pa, I got nothing to say to you. I'm innocent. Both as tight lips to each other, huh? Let me guess, you're still going to try to stick up for them. It's true, Judge Gavel's actions certainly make her seem suspicious. Nothing she has told us amounts to a motive for murder, or even the suggestion of one. No, and like I said, I'm leaving motive aside for now. For the moment, I'm focused on means and opportunity. And for my money, these two had to be working together for the little plot to succeed. Alright, gotta rebut this. Well, Sean was waiting down here and the guy will push the president off the roof.
Hold it!
You're seriously suggesting that a child could have been an accomplice to this murder? Look at him, he's still in elementary school. There's no way a kid that young would be able to... There's no way a kid that young would be involved in something like this. I think I mentioned that he's in junior high, right?
Knuckle back!
Lindsay says, how many of these scrolls do you carry around? He didn't know Wolf, be he cub or grizzled elder. Doesn't matter how young he is. If he's guilty, he's guilty. And he'll be treated as such. Wow, Wolf Cubs have it hard, huh? I'm surprised at you, Mr. Prosecutor. You're saying he deserves mercy just because he's of his age? Of course not. I think there's no way he did this. And I'm going to prove it to you. Heh, I'll look forward to it. But be warned, I'm only just getting warmed up. Two of them were working together, the problem of the lock goes away.
Hold it!
Goes away how exactly? Yeah, I thought you might try this. She and I both know exactly how. Let me make it nice and simple for you. First, she pushes the president off the roof. Pushes, okay? Then the kid opens the combination lock, because he knows the code. Yep. Kid opens code, knows lock, got it. Gotcha? Okay, the other way around. And that's it. It's that simple. No more lock to worry about. And no more objections about her not being able to get in because she didn't know the code. That would explain away the problem of the lock, it's true. Thank you for a clear and incisive explanation, Agent Lang. Please continue. I will, and hopefully this next part will shut you up for good. They then worked to hide the body together, too.
Hold it!
But the two of them were working together. Why would they need to hide the body for a full day?
Knuckle back!
Look at the situation right in front of you. Thanks to that little ruse, we're still puzzling over what they were up to even now. If you let me speak, I can clear this up, all mess up once and for all. Ready? Good. So like I was saying, they worked together to hide the body. By dragging it over to the Tarasara suit and shoving it inside.
Hold it!
Video footage doesn't show this inside of the suit. You can't say for certain if there was a body in there at the time, can you? Maybe not. We can take a look right now. Let's open up and see what's inside. I put money on us finding proof that it was there. Mind if I examine the suit, Mr. Powers? Oh, not at all. Might be a little ripe, though. It's pretty sweaty in there. It's filthy. Yeah, that's weird. I was cleaning it out pretty good. You know, it's kind of moldy.
Knock him back.
What we're looking at is proof that somebody other than you used the costume. The dirt there must have come from the body. Guess President was lying right in the middle of that footprint. He probably would have gotten pretty dirty. Exactly. Well, everybody happy? The inside of the suit is covered with dirt. It must be from when the body was hidden there.
Hold it.
Dirt's from when the body was hidden there, inside the suit. We're assuming that it came directly from the body, correct? Ah, what is he even talking about? Of course we are. Where else would it have come from? It's pretty filthy in there, huh? Dirt got everywhere. Just around the part where the chest would have been. The chest? I think that might be an important clue. It hangs together pretty well, I have to say. So it's the case that they could have carried out the murder if they were working together. I don't think we stand to gain much by disputing that. What are we doing instead? Listen carefully to his testimony once more. See if we can't tease out anything of value. Alright. We press here.
Objection.
Why was it from the front? Why is there more in the suit in the thing than is on the body? So our assumption is that the inside of the suit is dirty because the dirt came from the body. Would it be safe to say that's the case? Why? Is there a problem? The part of the suit directly in front of the opening is particularly dirty. Yeah, it really is. But look at the victim. The area of his body that would have been in contact with that part of the suit isn't dirty at all. The victim is crammed in there as you suggest. His chest should surely be covered in dirt. Ah, fine. So what's your explanation? There's a problem? What's the problem? How'd all the dirt get inside there? There's some videotape. There may have been somebody in the suit at the time. So it wasn't the president. Okay, think. Where was it? Something the matter, Kay? Seemed to like this somewhere else, I'm sure of it. I just can't think of it. Where? There were weird little gray bits in it. Gray bits? She's right, there is something mixed in there. It's stuck to something else we looked at. It's the gloves. Lots of it. Stuck to something else? Something we looked at? An item or evidence, maybe? Probably worth checking. The items we found have a similar kind of dirt stuck to it.
Take that.
As Kay pointed out, the dirt in the suit contains small flecks of something gray. Uh-huh. And? We discovered similar flecks stuck to an item belonging to somebody we recently had dealings with. The item in question being these gloves. You're right, the dirt does look similar. But so what? What are you saying this stuff is? What exactly are those gray flecks of yours? I believe gray flecks are concrete. So they're flecks of concrete. Like all the little broken up bits around the footprint, you mean? Exactly. And these gloves on which we found similar dirt and gray flecks belong to? Chairman Winter. We found them in his garage. That's right, we visited the garage at his home earlier today. We found a pair of mechanics gloves covered in dirt. So he was burying evidence out here. If I recall correctly, a sledgehammer and a shovel too. Why would a pair of mechanics gloves be covered in dirt? I'll tell you why. Because somebody wore them while they used that hammer and shovel. They smashed through the concrete. That's a powerful man. They smashed through the concrete to the dirt below, staining the gloves with both substances. And so you're saying, yes, we finally know what these footprints really are. It seems highly likely that they were dug by Chairman Winter.
Knock him back.
Highly likely? Ha, that's so. And tell me this. Why the heck did he make them? What purpose could they possibly serve? Mind you, imagine he must have been... No, he's digging something up. I think he must have been digging something up. I imagine events unfolded somewhere like this. There's something on this lot that he needed to unearth. Or do so, he cut the chain on the side entrance and gained access from there. He then used the sledgehammer and shovel to dig their 3 footprints. When he found what he was looking for, he backed up and filled in all the holes. Then Shaw must have showed up, right? I think he did, yes. Chairman Winter would have had to find a hiding place, and the Tarasaurus suit provided just that. Ha. You got all that from a pair of dirty gloves? It's good. It's all just speculation. We don't have any proof this inside the suit. You could have dug those holes and gotten out of here before the kid even showed up.
Objection!
But he didn't, and there's some proof of that right there in the footage. So Chairman Winter was still present when this recording was made. What? It's a shame that Agent Lang didn't notice it himself. Look at the situation we see it now. The situation as it appears on Sean's rehearsal tape. Where that in turn what we saw in Chairman Winter's garage. Bag. Told you I saw that bag before. Soon becomes clear the Chairman was present. First image shows us that Chairman Winter was still here.
Take that!
Look at the bag next to the Tarasaurus suit. We saw the same bag in Chairman Winter's garage. Same bag, the dirt on the gloves. It has to indicate a connection, surely. I think that pretty much seals it. There's a substance winner in the suit. It was there. If it was in there, the president's body couldn't have been. Hiya! Good, it seemed to have convinced Agent Lang of the flaws of his theory. So I might get to Chairman Winter's house right away. We need to know what's in that bag. Yes, sir. Hold it. I done lost your minds? I can't believe what I'm hearing here. What's this Hogswell? That's all we need. Never mind, there's Tarasaurus footprints, dang it. Ain't no holes dug by no old guy. Yeah, I think I've demonstrated more than adequately that's exactly what they are. Don't matter to me none what you just done did. I don't believe it, and that's that. I done told y'all, I seen that big bad bull with my own 2 eyes. And the giant eye peering in at the window, I thought we'd gotten past that nonsense. Thinking about to let that go. What kind of journalists would we be if we did, huh? Responsible ones, but I guess that's the whole problem. Wait, ain't like it was just about the footprints now, Hal. You're seriously fraternity with them there monsters, ain't that correct, young man? No, it's the stupid ring thing over the boom arm. That young lady over there, if I'm not very much mistaken. We're never gonna get anywhere with these two around. If we could prove to them that it wasn't a monster either, they might finally drop it. What do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Any bright ideas? Prove it wasn't a monster. Fine, I don't suppose there's much else for it. Let's see what we can do. Where'd you whisper around? Y'all are hiding something, aren't you? Admit it. Quick, Tabby. Roll tape.
Hold it!
Could I politely ask that you both calm down? The monster the boy was seen talking to, we know what it was now. Huh? That's right. Sean's rehearsal tape finally cleared up that part of that particular mystery. Well, it did? The point at which Mr. Nichols thought she saw Sean with Gordy. Had been right when he was making his rehearsal tape. They she mistook a certain object for the legendary creature of the lake. Toka monster is right here in this picture. Huh? I don't see no Gordy. They ain't nothing but a dumb snapshot. You're talking to a pro here. Can't fool me no trick photography. What was Miss Nichols' Gordy really? This thing.
Take that!
That's right, it was a camera crane. That's what Miss Nichols saw, not Gordy. What? Sean's rehearsal tape was shot from a noticeably elevated viewpoint. A viewpoint that would only have been possible if the camera in question was attached to a crane. Bull, how the heck did she make a mistake like that, huh?
Objection!
How indeed, Miss Nichols. Yes, yes. You told us you think you might need a new glasses, didn't you? Yeah, my eyesight got way worse all of a sudden. I imagine when you thought you saw Gordy, he was quite heavily shrouded in darkness. That's right. All we saw was silhouette. But you done told us. It seemed like an enormous worm. You said. How about trying to tell us you pressed the crane up and grew skin somehow? Even no flesh on them, their metal bones, let alone skin. You're entirely correct, of course. About the crane, as it was in this particular picture, anyway. But it did have skin of sort last night. I knew you were a scoop hater, but this is plumb crazy. You want Tabby me to starve, is that it? That wasn't my intent at all. But I do think it's time I finally put them both out of their misery. Gourdskin's right here in front of us. Wasn't skin at all. It was this.
Take that!
But they put tarps over it to keep it dry. Miss Nichols started to seem like it rained last night. It never happened in the end. But I think Sean may have been covered the crane with rainproof sheeting nonetheless. And that, my intrepid young reporters, is what Miss Nichols mistook for Gordy's skin. What? See, stupid. That trap's gonna catch your finger one of these days. Oh, heck. Oh, Sean? Am I mistaken? You see everything, don't you? Gotta say, you're pretty amazing. I'm sorry, Miss Hart. Miss Nichols' monster was no such thing. It's simply a trick of the light. Sigh. Just like that, the dream dies. Again. Chief. Heh, I think I may have finally shut them up. I thought the kid was holding out on us. It seems I might have maybe been a little wrong, maybe. Alright, we know what the so-called monster was now. Everybody happy? Everybody except these two. Heh. Agent Lang. President's autopsy report is out, sir. Is it? Let me see it. Death was due to full-body contusions and bone breakages caused by extreme pressure from above. To have our cause of death, he was crushed. Just as we thought. Tests still haven't come back from the yellow substance found on his chest. They did find gunshot residue on his right hand. Gunshot residue? Guess he was a kid at heart, huh? Gunshot residue, okay? It's the substance left behind when the firearm is discharged. Its presence indicates that the president may have used a gun. Really? We didn't find a gun anywhere, did we? We did not, which makes the residue something of a riddle. We'll need to read that report carefully. Well, Agent Lang, that clears one thing up, at least. The president didn't die from a fall, which means he wasn't pushed from the roof of the big building. He was crushed by the falling Taurosaurus head, just as we said he was. Guess I have to accept that now. Fine, you were right. Amazing, so does it mean Judge Gavel isn't a suspect anymore, either? Surely it must. Both the cause and the time of death rule her out. She read the president the night before last. The autopsy report pushed the time of death at around 11 p.m. last night. You know the Taurosaurus head fell around then too, so the facts all line up perfectly. Phew, what a relief. Sorry, it might be a little too soon to celebrate. What? Sure, I think we can accept that. The falling head must have been what killed the president. That begs the question of what could have caused it to fall. Or who. We know what happened late last night. So we have to think about who was here at that time.
Overruled.
What are you getting at exactly? You can't mean. I'm afraid I do. You did it, didn't you? Sean? He's hiding something. He was right here last night, right where the body was found. He saw the footprints. And yet he wants us to believe he knows nothing about what happened? That's a big ass, surely.
Objection.
We haven't established if the footprints had anything to do with the murder. If he did see them, it doesn't mean he was involved. Maybe not. His face tells me different. The milk's sweating too. As is the fact that he's shaking like a leaf. Does seem like Agent Lang might be onto something. But I don't think Sean's going to talk. Fine, keep your mouth shut, kid. I have a better idea. Why don't we let your tape do the talking? What exactly are you planning, Agent Lang? Police have some pretty sophisticated image analysis tools these days. You would go to such extreme lengths to see my son convicted? Not ideal, but if the boy won't talk, we don't have anything other way of getting to the truth. Ted Gumshoe, you have access to exactly such a device, do you not? Sure do, little V. Good. Then that should make this nice and quick. Mr. Edgeworth, might I request that it be you who carries out the analysis in question? Why me? I fear that Agent Lang might be inclined to believe the worst. Even analysis isn't exactly my specialty, but alright. The new clues will be discovered somewhere in this image data, I wonder.
Eureka!
Nothing is here. It's not new evidence. I don't know what we're looking for. Tarsar suit, zipper's wide open. And that becomes even more apparent when one zooms in. Yeah, Miss Powers is supposed to be wearing it today to shoot the movie, right? But there's something I still don't get. In the movie, Tarsar is so big he can smash the whole buildings in pieces. That's putting on the costume to make it that huge. What we're dealing with here is a huge misunderstanding. It's not that the suit grows larger. So the suit stays small, but the misunderstanding gets huge. Interesting. I guess I sort of kind of understand now. Thanks. I'm not sure you do. The clues we discovered somewhere in the image data, I wonder.
Eureka!
Chairman brought those tools all the way from his garage. What do you need to dig up so badly? Sure knew that hammer was huge, huh? Well, as I imagine, it's used to break the concrete. Say these weren't much footprints at all. I should probably a little disappointed to learn that. I think it's just the truth. I have to be able to deal with that truth, no matter what. No matter what it might be. I have to be strong, and I will be strong. Be strong, Kay. Be strong. In other words, we're disappointed. Oh wait, we can zoom in.
Eureka!
Alright guys, zoom in other places. Whoa!
Eureka!
There's no way! No, he wasn't there! What the? Where's Mr. Edgeworth? Let me see. Huh? Eek! What is it? What's the matter? Show me. Mr. Edgeworth, we're asking you to share your findings. Zoom in on the top right part of the image and look closely. He literally wasn't there, he just appeared. There's a person there. It's... the President? Oh my. What? You're kidding, right? Well, I'd say that's pretty decisive, wouldn't you? This doesn't look good for Sean at all. Well, wait. This doesn't prove anything. I didn't know he was there. I don't believe you, and that image does, in fact, prove something very important. That you and President were here at the same time, seeing the crime together. Admit it, kid. You murdered President Wang. No, that's ridiculous. Why? Why would he... Sean, you didn't. You can't have. Can you? What are you doing, Mr. Edgeworth? It's hard to push back against footage like that. How would he get back up the top, though? If he pushed the head on the guy, how would he get back up there? Sure, even you can't deny that this looks pretty bad for the kid, Mr. Prosecutor. Arrgh. He claimed he knew nothing about what happened. The rest is right there with him. Sean, what are you not telling us? We have to know. He's right, Sean. Be honest now. It's the only way. Truth is, it was all my fault. So Sean, what did you do? It was my fault. The Tarzar's head fell off the trailer. I went up on the roof of the trailer to prep the kit I was using, and I turned on the heater while I was there. I must have left it burning when I came back down to run my lines. My mom called and I just had to go talk to her. I came back up to the call. Tarzar's head had fallen from the roof and the President was just there, lying next to it. No. I mean, that's not murder. Like, I don't even know if that could be, like, negligence. I don't think that's, like, manslaughter or anything. That's... I don't know. That's a stretch. I mean, that's, like, a huge stretch. I started a heater, which accidentally started a fire, which burned the supports that caused something to fall, and somebody happened to be staying there when it fell, and it fell on them and killed them. I mean, that's like, at most, like, third-degree manslaughter, which is, like, nothing. Let me look it up. What is third-degree manslaughter? I don't even know. I don't even think it's third-degree manslaughter is more about a failure to act with reasonable care. I don't know. What was first-degree manslaughter? Okay, see, that's during another crime. But that's like setting off a Rube Goldberg machine to kill somebody. Like unintentionally starting a Rube Goldberg machine. No. No, we did find evidence of a fire having broken out up on the roof. It's just a tiny one, so I put it out myself. You're saying the president died because of Sean? If you did, that would make this whole thing just an accident. What did you do with the head after you found it on the ground? I took it apart, carried it to pieces up to the roof, and put it back together again. You're saying you put out the fire and moved the head back to where it fell from? In other words, you tried to cover up your tracks? You're a real piece of work, kid. It's like I didn't do that on purpose. I really did just forget to turn on the heater off. Yes, when the fire had burned through the legs, the table would have collapsed and the head would have fallen down on the ground below. You're right. Fire caused the head to fall. Indeed, I also happen to have an idea about how the fire may have started. Those cans of paint thinner by the heater are pretty flammable. Not a great place to keep them. You swear it was an accident? Seems a little convenient. What was the president even doing here in the first place? How the heck am I supposed to know? I didn't see anybody, I swear. I still don't believe you. Why would President Wayne come to a place like this in the middle of the night? Reason for coming here is something of a mystery. It's true. He met just Gavel up on the roof 2 nights ago. He was also here on the movie set last night. Did he come to meet Sean? I think you'll need to go over the boy's statement very carefully indeed. We haven't saved a lot. Let's go ahead and save. Well, he thinks he murdered somebody by accident. We're still in the beginning. Look at this. We're still in the beginning. We're not even close. How are you thinking we're going to finish this? Like, you keep saying we're going to finish this. We're going to finish this. We're going to finish. We're not even at the middle yet. I'm not sure we're going to finish this week. I went up on the roof to blah, blah, blah.
Hold it.
You're a fit and hardy young man, Sean. It's spring now. Surely you didn't really need to fire up that stove.
Overruled.
He's a fit and hardy young man who needs to look after himself.
Objection.
But, Your Honor, but if you resort to such measures even during the warm weather... Seriously? But you were going to argue over something like that? This right now? Yeah. He's right, of course. You made your point, Sean. But I've told you before to watch how you talk to people. I think he was criticizing you as much as he was me, Your Honor. Yes, Mom. Anyway, where was I? I must have left it burning when I came down to run my lines.
Hold it.
You left it burning? You didn't think to check before you came back down to the lot? I meant to, but I was thinking about my lines and the scene and everything else. It's not my fault I forgot. Everybody forgets stuff. I should do so much stuff. Like the air conditioner on Mr. Edwards' office and the lights. I forget that he told me never to jump off the ladder off his bookshelves or make prank calls. The one thing I never ever forget to do is turn off an unattended heater. Please, Sean, go on. She's a lot, huh? Anyway, as I was saying. Then my mom called and I left the set to go talk to her.
Hold it.
It was the middle of the night, and the set was deserted. Why did you need to leave in order to talk to her, your mother? I forgot I was supposed to talk to her. I got confused, I guess. I thought if I didn't leave, she'd find out I was out of the hotel at night on my own. Doesn't make sense. You know that, don't you? Fine. Look, the camera's rolling, and the mics are all live, okay? I didn't want our conversation on that tape, where anybody could hear it. He was embarrassed about being recorded, speaking on the phone to his mother. I mean, that tracks. I just rehearsed and ran off the set as quick as I could. Came back after the call.
Hold it.
You pretended to your mother that you were back at the hotel during the call, correct? How come you couldn't tell her you were coming back to the set to practice your lines? Because she'd phoned the hotel and asked them to send a car to get me or something.
Overruled.
Of course I would have. A child your age shouldn't be out on his own late at night. Anything could happen to you. Children really can't seem to see things from their parents' perspective, can they? You see the other way around too, you know, Mr. Edward. Alright, Sean, can you tell us what happened when you came back after speaking to your mother? Huh? Oh, sure. So I came back and Tarsar's head had fallen from the roof and...
Hold it.
Were there any signs that it was about to fall before you left? I don't remember. I was concentrating on my lines. The fire had broken out on the roof because of the heater you forgot to turn off. Did you really hear nothing the entire time? No, I had my headphones on. Huh? Why? I was playing the soundtrack to the movie to help me concentrate, and I was playing it loud. See, I definitely didn't hear anything. Except for the sound of your phone ringing when Judge Gavel called you. That cell phones vibrate these days too, right? Anyway. The president was just there, lying next to it.
Hold it.
Did you notice anything unusual about the body? I don't know. It was dark. He's something that seems even more resident than usual. I don't think he wants to go back over that memory any more than he has to, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm sure he doesn't, but is that really all it is? Should I push him a little more on this? It's dark, but you knew it was a body nonetheless. So he's hiding something. I'd better find out what Most people would cry out for help if they saw somebody lying on the ground. And yet you didn't. Yeah, because what was the point? He was dead. So he said, but I'm interested in how you were able to be so sure. Why are you certain that he was dead? He was lying on the ground and that huge head was right next to him. Didn't take much to figure out what must have happened.
Objection.
You could have guessed that the impact would have killed him. How'd you really know? I'll tell you how, because you checked. Well, fine, I checked, okay? I was scared, but yeah, I went up to the body and I looked and he wasn't breathing. So I was right. Why try to hide that fact? What's the reason? Could you tell me how the body looked at that point? I couldn't tell if he was dead at first. There was no blood or anything, so it was hard to be sure. Nothing was close either, he was completely clean. Nailed it! I see it, but yeah, he wasn't breathing. That's how I knew he was dead. Thank you. I'd like you to add that statement to your testimony, if you don't mind. Alright, let's press that.
Objection.
Nothing is closed. Nothing at all. Yeah, nothing. Why? Is there a problem with that? Or something you're clearly hoping that we've forgotten? Well, what are you talking about? There isn't. That's not true. Well, lucky for you, we remember it rather well. I'm talking, of course, about the yellow speckles on the president's chest. You studiously avoided mentioning them throughout your testimony. Perhaps I find suspicious, to say the least. Oh, I hope for your sake that you have a satisfactory explanation.
Overruled.
Judge Gavel? Allow me to explain. But the yellow residue on the president's chest, I imagine it was from a bouquet of flowers. Lion lilies, to be precise. Lion lilies? 2 nights ago when I met the president on the roof of the big building, I presented him with a bouquet. They're a type of lily with large yellow petals. I imagine that the substance on President Wang's chest was the pollen from those flowers. Huh? But they're not there in the pit now from the security cam. She's holding it down where you can't see them. Well, because the president is in the way. Why give him flowers? That is not something I am at liberty to divulge. What? More secrets? Are you serious? First you wouldn't tell us why you met with him, and now you can't even tell us about the flowers? Oh, no time. We got 8 minutes left before we need to take another ad break. My serious apologies, but all I can tell you is that I gave him the bouquet.
Objection.
Bouquet that was nowhere near the body when it was discovered. How do you explain that? I cannot. Ha! Seriously, Your Honor? Some things you won't explain, the rest you can't? Come on, you got to give us something here. wouldn't let this fly in the courtroom. What makes you think we'll accept it? What makes you think we'll accept it? Hey, you leave her alone. Shoshone, I threw the flowers away, okay? You did? So they were there when you first found the body? Yeah, they were right there on his chest. And they were squashed completely flat. Oh, I guess that makes sense, right? They would have gotten crushed along with the president. And the pollen would have been smeared across his jacket front. That explains things rather neatly. But why remove the bouquet and dispose of it? No reason. He's almost as evasive as his mother. More secrets? They're quite a pair. They probably had a card or something with it.
Overruled.
There's no secrets. I know exactly why Sean disposed of the bouquet. Huh? You saw me leave the house with it, didn't you? Oh, I get it. When you saw the flowers on the president's body, you remember seeing your mom with them. And felt the need to prevent her from coming under suspicion. No, you got it all wrong. That's his least convincing lie yet. I often decorate our home with lion lilies. I just don't see how we're going to, Pixels. People keep saying we're going to. They thought we were going to finish it up last week, but we're still in the beginning of this case, and the last case is usually the longest. I'm not even sure we're going to finish it this week. I imagine that's why he remembered. I mean, the only way I could possibly finish this is if I stop pressing everything and just try to press with the important stuff. But then I'm just going to miss stuff, because if I don't press, then I'm not going to know what's important. So flowers that his mother was carrying showed up on the president's body. And because of that, he got rid of the bouquet and kept quiet about having discovered the corpse. Yeah, that ties everything up most nicely, doesn't it? A little too nicely for my taste. Why? What's wrong with nice? Guess you forgot, huh? He had also told us that he was responsible for the head falling in the first place. Yeah, he did, but... So he's still our only suspect.
Objection.
Well, the finger of the suspicion still seems to be pointing firmly in Sean's direction. However, wait. I think of a far more likely culprit than the boy. What? Who? First he was holding Sean captive until only a short while ago. So we had to rescue him from a warehouse refrigeration unit down by the harbor. Refrigeration unit in a depot? Yeah. Oh, it was there. I thought it was over here. Lucky it wasn't switch on. Poor kid might have frozen into a popsicle otherwise. He was down doing his best to call out for help, which is how we found him. Sedative weren't up by then, so he was wide awake and plenty loud. Sedatives. Isn't that what you were given, too? Yep. We found the bottle on the floor of the unit. Is he the same brand? 3Z's. Apparently it's super strong. Well, Agent Lang, surely that suggests that Sean is a victim, not a suspect. Somebody else is responsible. I think they've been behind all of this. Oh yeah? The secret mastermind of yours was here last night, too? That, I can't yet say. Ha! It's not like you'd be so vague, Mr. Prosecutor. I got 5 minutes, okay. Sadly, we just don't have anything to tie our mysterious kidnapper to the murder of the president. So is there anybody else? Somebody other than Sean who could have committed the murder? Of course. So I was right, the kid is still our only suspect.
Objection.
Not quite. I can think of another. What? Somebody who we just recently proved was right here on the movie set last night. Chairman Winter? You think he killed President Wang? Why not? We've proven that he was present. And if he was here, he's as viable a suspect as anybody else, wouldn't you say? Winter? Could he really have? It's certainly another possibility to consider. 12 years ago, he was... That number again. Look, a lot happened, okay? This is all 12 years ago, or more. My father and the president being friends, our family being the ones who kept him safe. Lang, like the Lang from 12 years ago. Yep, good to see that you're finally about to pay for your crimes. Maybe it did take a while for you to get what was coming to you. Agent Lang, what happened 12 years ago? Nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with me. That's clearly connected to this case.
Not so fast.
Huh. You can prove that, can you? Go ahead, show me some proof that what happened 12 years ago has anything to do with this. Proof? Can't prove it, this conversation's over. See the evidence we collected to show a link between the recent events and those 12 years ago? Wrong case.
Take that.
This is a report about Bronco Knight. It was sent to Chairman Winter by Warden Lagarde. This last part in particular should be of interest to you. Retrieve the package we laid to rest 12 years ago, in front of the planter. That's not all. Take a look at this. This letter was sent to Rosie Ringer, the victim of the murder that happened the night before last. We don't know who sent it, but it does say this. Good luck getting your revenge for what happened 12 years ago. What? But... something strange is going on. Agent Lang. Miss Ringer was murdered the night before last. Random Fox. We got, Idle Fox. So I was blanking on it for a minute. Miss Ringer was murdered the night before last, and President Wang not long after. There's a connection between the two murders. Has to be. And I believe we can trace that connection to events 12 years in the past. Am I wrong? These are old wounds you're opening here. Insults to my family name. Please, Agent Lang, we need to know. You like this one? Who on earth was that? Alright, let's take a moment and go brush. It's about that time. I'm gonna go brush. I guess we'll do 2.5 minutes again. That should get us about to the end. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, back with 1 second to spare. Alright, we're back. Alright, let's do this. Let's make it one last push and see how far we get. Alright, who on earth was that? Shifu! Oh, his army. Huh? What are you all doing here? I can't find you, sir. We heard you were looking into an incident from 12 years ago. Idiots! I'm not your boss anymore. Hydrate, you got it. Get back to your duties right now. Well, we can't do that, sir. I gotta say, I like this berry dragon fruit flavor I've got. It does not go well with the mint I ate a minute ago. It's still in my mouth. What, you're displaying a direct order? Please, sir. I'm begging you, we all are. You have to reopen the investigation into the SS5 incident. We know you can't let it go until you figure out what happened. We can't either. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Well, Agent Lang, it seems your former underlings want the events of the past explained too. What flavor? Berry dragon fruit, I believe. I think it's dragon. It's either dragon or passion fruit. I think it's berry dragon fruit. Is that easy? That you can solve the case just like that? I like it a lot better than the blueberry lemon. Or whatever it was, because it didn't taste like either of those things. Maybe we can together. Ah, well, alright then. Not that I know what dragon fruit tastes like. Offer accepted. Yes, Shifu, Shifu, Shifu! Nice, I guess it's my turn to step up. I'm sorry, Kay. You're looking into a case from the past, right? Just happen to have something that will help with that. The little thief! I mean, Mr. Thief. Sure do, if you're gonna give me that details of the incident, I can rustle up a little simulation for you. Sadly, we don't have the files relating to the case. Huh? How come? Access to those files is restricted. They're top secret. Really? Why? Beats me. Somebody must have something to hide. Even I've never seen them. Everything I know, I read in the newspaper articles from the time. That's fine. Just tell us what you can. You've had dragon fruit one time? Alright. It's also berry dragon fruit. I don't know what berry. There's so many berries. It could be anything. It could be a guy named Barry. We don't know. SS5 incident. Happened on a winter's day 12 years ago. February 10th to be precise. The police received a call directly from the kidnapper. I've got the president of Xingfa. So he's kidnapped? Yeah, SS5 is the official designation of the president's kidnapping case. Kidnapper won $100 million. That's a lot of money. 100 million? How much money is even this at? Well, you can imagine, it seems. The last person to see that president that night was my father. They were together at the embassy of Xingfa until midnight on the 10th. And nobody knows what happened with the president after that until he was kidnapped. Yep. Lots of berries. Barry Manilow. You know. Our government did everything they could to scrape together the money. They were desperate to save him. Neither they succeeded. The money was handed over, and the president came home safely. So President Wang was head to honcho even back then. Wow, go Mr. President. Interesting. Yeah, the length of the time he stayed in power isn't even close to the most impressive thing about him. He was clearly very fond of President Wang. I assume the kidnapping was thoroughly investigated. It was. The investigation was top secret, as was the trial. The trial? So the suspect was arrested? Yeah, none other than our friend, Fifi Lagarde. What? Is that why you visited the president? It is. I was put on what you might call extended leave from Interpol. So I thought I'd use the time to look into what happened 12 years back. Now let's see who I was dealing with. She's found not guilty then, wasn't she? Yeah. My father was in charge of the president's security at the time. They held him responsible for the kidnapping and stripped him of his duties as presidential bodyguard. He stayed on the force though, and he worked the case alone, until eventually he found a suspect. Lagarde. If he thought she did it, there's no way she was innocent. They declared her not guilty, and the case went cold. My father couldn't take it. He was broken, mentally and physically. Finally, he quit the force altogether. So he had solid grounds to suspect Warden Lagarde. He must have had evidence. He wouldn't have charged her otherwise. I've never been able to see that materials for the case. I'm sorry, but that's all I know. What do we do, Mr. Edgeworth? This is useful information, but I don't think it's enough for Little Thief to recreate the scene. Is there really nothing we can do? Like you could use a hand. Who's this now? Ah, the dream team coming together. Franziska. And Mr. Fender. We finally wrapped up things over at the courthouse. We thought we'd see what you kids were up to. Here. What's this? It says SS5 incident investigation report. When Fifi Lagarde mentioned an incident from 12 years ago earlier, I couldn't help but wonder. So I decided to look into it, and this is what Interpol provided. Nice work, Franziska. Don't get the wrong idea, Miles Edgeworth. You're no longer a prosecutor. I didn't do this for you. I did it so that a colleague could solve his father's final case. How are you, sis? But everything related to this SS5 incident was supposed to be top secret. Yes, that classification was applied by the prosecutor in charge of the case, Excelsius Winter. He was the prosecutor in charge? Him again? Don't worry. Due to the outcome of this morning's case, he's been stripped of his authority. An outcome that was in no small part thanks to the efforts of his own son. Eustace. So in defeating his father, he made the old case file available to us. Sounds like we owe him. Professor Eustace Winter is busy wrapping up things up after the conclusion of the Lagarde trial. He asked me to give you a message. Leave Dad and Lagarde to me. You focus on your case over there. Heh, he's even starting to sound like a prosecutor. Indeed he is. Alright. Now we have the case file, I can recreate the scene, no problem. Excellent. Let's get started. Now, according to the file, the incident occurred exactly where the plaza is now. What are we waiting for? With me, everybody. Right, Kay, if you could set Mr. Thief in motion? Sure. There's more than enough here to work with. Where do you want to start? Good question. Let's see. Seems there's an eyewitness. Freelance journalist by the name of Alf Alden. Alf Aldown. I don't get it. But apparently, he was killed by the culprit for witnessing the kidnapping. So this is where he saw it all happen, huh? Here? As in the big building? No, construction of the big building only began a year ago. Before that, it had been a piece of abandoned property. And before that... Heh, now we're getting to the stuff I know. 12 years ago, this place would have been... the happy family home. And for retired people? It was a place for children without parents. An orphanage, in other words. The president was kidnapped from an orphanage? Yeah, and the place was ran by Fifi Lagarde. She called it her happy little home. As the proprietor of the institution, I suppose it's understandable that she came under suspicion. President Wang, Excelsius Winter, and Warden Lagarde. Surely the SS5 incident must be related to our current case. Okay, could you enter the data relating to the murder of Mr. Aldown? It seems sensible to assume he was killed or by whoever kidnapped the president. So we solved the murder, we solved the kidnapping. Nice. Alright, we're counting on you. I'm just concerned, like, seriously, like, if we spent 2 full days on the beginning, that implies this thing's gonna take a whole nother week. After this week, that's what I'm saying. What the heck is this? We're not going to become so blasé toward people's reaction to Mr. Thief. What we're seeing here is the front yard of the orphanage was 12 years ago. How much time have I got on this game? Let's look at my time on this game so far. 61 hours in this game. And we did lose a day last week. At least as far as police reports describe it. Yeah, this is how it looks when they started investigating at 7 AM this morning, the morning after the murder. It seems like it's been snowing. Yeah, from what I heard, the footprints would wind up being pretty important evidence. Snow fell in the daytime of the previous day. In other words, before the incident occurred. Meaning the other relevant footprints would have been obscured by this new snow. I think we need to pay these footprints some special attention. This was stopped by the body. I guess that means they belong to Mr. Aldone, right? These feet are pretty big. What's that about, a size 12? According to the file, they were the same size as his shoes. It's a match. These footprints go toward the body and come back. According to the case file, they're thought to be the killers. About a size 9. Pretty average, in other words. The police weren't able to track down who the murderer was from then, though. So is it like size 9 men's or women's? Because that's a very different size. These planters. One case file, the yard stretched around 3 sides of the orphanage. There are 3 planters on each side. Yes, planters arranged in a very particular pattern. Which is one we've seen somewhere before. Same there are many flowers. I guess it was the middle of the winter. Yes, but look at that one. It's bright yellow. Weird, how come there's only one? Wait, it looks like somebody dropped it. That's a lion lily, if I'm not very much mistaken. A rare member of the family Liliaceae. Oh. A lion lily, you say? Wait, didn't Judge Gavel give President Wang some lion lilies? What's the same flower doing here? This can't be a coincidence. Can it? I believe this particular cultivar is from Asia, where it's said to symbolize the bond between parent and child. I wasn't aware you were so knowledgeable when it came to flowers, Francisca. Ha, what I just told you is common knowledge. Perhaps you just need to read a little more. Alf Aldone, the man who witnessed the president's kidnapping. What exactly did he see? This is part of the recreation on one of the crime scene photos. He suffered a blow to the back of the head. That brick right there. They figured it must have been taken from here in the yard. So the blood flowed from the head wound and spread over the surrounding area. Here, good for you. This is Mr. Aldone's autopsy reports. The scout didn't inspect anything to catch my attention. Cell phone must have been belonged to the victim. Right. Yeah, it says here in the file that Mr. Aldone made a call while he was watching the kidnapping. Call to whom? His girlfriend. Seems he had called her when he saw that the president was there. But she didn't pick up, so he left a message. That's here too if you want to hear it. Please. Hey, Rosie. It's me. Rosie. I guess you're asleep already. Anyway, I'm here at the orphanage. Something weird's going on. President Wang's here for some reason. And there's another... Damn it, the light's out, so I can't quite see, but... It looks like he was being kidnapped. Anyway, probably nothing, but I thought I should let you know. What were those sounds at the end? There must have been attacked while he was still on the phone. That's sound getting hit by a brick. I think we're all very familiar with that sound, aren't we? Because you guys like to throw bricks at me for some reason. Agent Lang, can I ask you something? Mr. Aldone's girlfriend, what was her name? Ringer, Rosie Ringer. At least that's what I heard. Just as I thought. Wait, you mean her revenge for what happened 12 years ago? All Miss Ringer was left with were the memories and personal effects of her lover. Ow! And so, seeking revenge on Chairman Winter, she made her appearance at the auction. You didn't even catch a fish, you got a tire! So she really was out for revenge on Chairman Winter, wasn't she? That was for his suppression of the kidnapping. Or perhaps it was because she thought he was one of the kidnappers. Alf Aldone, freelance journalist. Good off witnessing the kidnapping of President Wang. Even the recreation is pretty gruesome, huh? It's even worse than actual crime scene photos. That's a lot of blood. It's supposed to have come from the back of his head. But you can see the air is completely caked. The Autopsy report says that that's where he was hit with the brick. Indeed, I imagine his attacker must have stuck up on him from behind. Oh, it looks like he's clutching something in his right hand. Oh yeah, they mentioned that in the file somewhere. Let's see. According to this, it was a button. A button? Tore the attacker's clothing, perhaps? Somebody dropped a yellow flower here. It's a lion lily, right? According to Francisca, yes. The origin from Asia, if I recall correctly. Yep, and so it symbolizes the pawn being painted or tiled, right? It's the bond between parent and child, K. So the victim was carrying a camera. Oh yeah, according to the file, they recovered a picture. Yeah. Here we are. So that's... It's the president, right? Somebody's pointing a gun at him. This must be what Mr. Aldoon down witnessed. The best person in trench coat is the kidnapper. Yes, I imagine they were trying to conceal their identity. If Agent Lang's father's theory is correct, the person wearing that trench coat is Warden Lagarde. How come they only found out the one picture? He probably wasn't able to take any more before he was attacked. But he had time to make a phone call. Mr. Brick using the murder. So many bricks all around the yard here. They probably took it from somewhere nearby, huh? Throwing Legos at me. Nope, that was a Lego. There's still more, right? Oh. Then why is there... Don't like it's done. I can introduce things. So that's what our monstrous hoofprints really were. Wait, what? Call the rangers of the prince. Now compare that to the planters. Whoa. That's right, I believe the footprints are located exactly where planters once stood. Chairman Winter was digging around the front of them. He was, and why might he have been doing that? We have a piece of evidence in our possession that answers exactly that question. This evidence shows why Chairman Winter might be digging from the planters. We already saw that.
Take that!
Recall, if you will, the report that Warden Lagarde sent to Chairman Winter. The issue was something that had been laid to rest in front of a planter. The issue was telling him where to dig. Wait, but why the 3 holes? Because the report didn't specify which of the planters she meant. But aren't there 9 planters? I get it, so he wasn't sure which one it was. Which meant he had to try and dig up all 3. And so yes, poor Chairman Winter. Why go all that trouble? What was he looking for? Eagle shaped like a bear. Perfect balance with cuteness and scariness. Guess you could call it a biglow. Bigloo. It's quite large. You could probably fit 3 people inside it. And they could live in there for 3 whole years. So 3 years. And what about the summer? But wouldn't the big igloo melt? Again, say it again, Mr. Edgeworth. Please, one more time. Wouldn't the igloo melt? Ah, you're no fun. Hey, this art. We saved somewhere before, right? The we have is the same one that stands over the entrance to the big building today. This is supposed to be how things looked 4 years ago. Where was it there the whole time? It seemed the architect worked the old archway into the structure of the new building. Future simply to the past reheated. I think I heard that somewhere. And for once it seems you might have remembered it correctly. 12 years is a long time to reheat something for. If it was your lunch, it'd be ruined. There are burn marks on this pillar here. The report says there were a fire sometime in the evening of the incident. A fire? Let's see. Where was it again? Ah, yeah, one of the orphans set a fire with some kerosene. Some sort of prank, probably. Sounds like a lively bunch. Possibly too lively. Seems our antics spoiled our chance of finding any footprints near the entrance of the building. Wait, it's a silver scoop. Whole world's going green. Must be an outbreak of something. I'm seeing green trees, green people, green clothes. Everything. Must be real sick even their clothes are green. Playing around a slap bang in the middle of the right dang place at the right dang time. Sure did, Chief. I think we're going to get a word in edgewise from here, Miss Redworth. I think we want to. Oh, alright, getting sleepy. How dare you, Scruffy? Don't you dare tell anybody. I'll just deny it anyway. Eek, Miss Redworth, you gotta help me out here, sir. What's the matter, Detective? It's about the SS5 incident. What else? I know Chairman Winters isn't in charge anymore and all. But top secret file being available to us so quick after his removal, something seemed off. So that got me thinking, and I put in a call, and they told me that, well, Miss Von Karma went to some pretty extreme lengths to get that file released. Curse you, Scruffy. I deny everything. Eek. Sounds like you went to a lot of trouble for our sake, Francisca. Don't worry, your efforts won't be for nothing. I'll solve this case, you'll see. Can I help you, Miss Stretchworth? I cannot thank you all enough for returning Sean safely to me. I can hardly bear to imagine how I would have felt if he had not come home. Hey, old guy, can't you see you're upsetting her? That was not my intent at all. Hee hee, look our little knight in shining armor. Putting his mom's honor. Shut up, I wouldn't have to if you didn't keep. That's enough, Sean. Mr. Edgeworth, if you'll allow me. I'd like to apologize again. I failed in my duty as a servant of justice. I will not ask you to forgive me. I only ask you to understand that I... Judge Gavel, I don't presume to know the goddess just as well as you do. But she was a mother, was she not? Of other gods and goddesses? She was. Fair judgment requires personal circumstances to be taken into account. I'm sure she would understand. Perhaps your beloved goddess is more merciful than you give her credit for. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Oof. What are you even talking about? Don't worry, Sean. Hydrate, you got it. You can tell I'm nursing my water because I don't have much left, can't you? Don't worry, Sean, I don't have a clue either. So things are finally settling down after Wernergar's trial. It would seem so. Sentencing is still to come, but the guilty verdict should stand. But do not worry, Celsius Winter's connection to the case will be thoroughly investigated. Have faith, Mr. Edgeworth. Eustace is a changed man. Indeed. He simply had some growing to do. But then, don't we all? Kay included. Huh? Kind of feel for him now. I said some pretty mean things. But I'll make it up to him next time I get the chance. And I'm sure the chance will come. But for now... Indeed, we need to focus on the case at hand. Wait, we can talk to him too? What do you want? Sean, I wonder if you could tell us a little more about the circumstances surrounding your kidnapping. I took you when you went to the garbage disposal area, right? What were you doing there? Sorry, you don't have to talk for him. He just asked me himself. Hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? Maybe he's starting to warm up to you. I went to the garbage disposal to throw away the flowers that were on that body. It wasn't far, and I figured they'd be less likely to find them out there than if I threw them in the garbage can. I tried to get there last night, too, but it was locked. Tried to come back today and try again. Yeah, when I was there, somebody came up behind me and put something over my face. Dory, this is the last case, and people keep saying, "Oh yeah, you can finish it today," but like I'm still like hold on, let's look. If we save right now. Okay, we made it to the middle. We finally made it to the middle. After 2 full days of streaming. Well, 2 full streams. Yeah, it's just easy 3Z with 3 Zs. No, I didn't think I finished it. We finished a case. There's like 5 cases in the game. The fact that she was drugged with it too doesn't seem to be bother her. I guess it's a catchy name. Whoever was pretty strong, but I never saw their face. I see. Thank you. That's very helpful. Yeah, no worries. How you been? SAO is a problem. We fought the last boss twice. It's literally the last boss we're gonna fight. We fought twice. We just don't have enough damage. We gotta figure out a way to do more damage. So I gotta grind, get my weapon up, figure something out to do more damage. Well, you tell us about the time between when you were kidnapped and when you were found. So I'm probably gonna do some grinding off stream, see if I can't get up to speed, and then we'll go back and try to finish it out real quick at some point. Not a whole lot, I bet. Streets ease with easy. I remember waking up feeling cold. I was never big and nippy and dark. There were cardboard boxes with some other languages written on them. I figured it must be a storeroom. It was actually a giant refrigerator. This is like the use of them to keep stuff chilled. And that's where Kay and Detective Gumshoe found him. They really saved the day there. I guess the cooler must have been on until just before I was brought there. Like I said, it was pretty cold. But I didn't take my phone for some reason. So I used that to call for help. I see. Well, we're all very glad that you found your way back to us safely. Say it like you mean it, why don't you? Oof, he's not the most gracious child I've met. Reminds me of certain somebody else, yeah. Alright, what do we have? Like, I don't see... 3 planters covered with snow. Anything the matter, Agent Lang? That's not right. I wasn't able to look at the case file until now. Indeed, you have Chairman Winter to thank for that, it seems. Yeah, but that's weird, as I've seen this scene somewhere before. What? But where? I keep thinking I've got it, but then it's gone. He appears to be lost in his efforts to remember. Perhaps I should leave him alone for now. That's about all we can learn from the scene for now. Alright, how about I try to show you how things looked earlier on that night? That would be very much appreciated. He takes back to the moment at which the victim witnessed the kidnapping. Charity's photograph he took. Here goes nothing. There's Mr. Aldon in the middle of the planters. There's the president, his kidnapper, by the road. Wait, there's a problem. I thought the basic investigation on the evidence Aldon provided. That was why he thought the kidnapping and the orphanage were connected somehow. Now he wound up suspecting Fifi Lagarde. She was the one running the orphanage at the time. Exactly. When the case went to trial, Excelsius Winter put a big hole in that theory. He did? Yeah, after all, the president and the kidnapper weren't actually on the grounds of the orphanage. It's hard to conclusively prove any of the kind of connection. So they were never seen inside the gates of the orphanage. I don't know how to say it. Detectives bust the gut to find evidence on the scene. And then prosecutors come along and twist it for their own ends. Winter and Lagarde were working together. They had some kind of deal. I'm sure of it. So saying that Chairman Winter was working with the kidnappers. Your father was convinced that Lagarde was the culprit, correct? He said he was gifted and he was a gifted and thorough investigator. He must have had more to support his theory than just Mr. Aldon's message, surely. Yeah, he must have. I just don't know what it was. It wasn't exactly a case he liked to talk about. Agent Lang's father, Dolong Lang. Just a howling confidant of President Wang. He discovered the truths that were subsequently suppressed by Chairman Winter. Our first priority should be to find out what they were. These were to stop by the body. That means they belonged to Mr. Aldon, right? These feet were pretty big. What's that about? A size 12? We already saw that. My father, they were the same size as shoes. Match. Okay, we already did that. Okay. I must scout and inspect anything that catches my attention. Start with snowman. Hey, that snowman. It's melted in the simulation in the morning after the murder, huh? My muffler was all wet. And its little button eyes had fallen off. He still looked reasonably healthy at this point. Wait, is that where the button came from that he had in his hand? Like that? Can you guys even hear me clicking my tongue? Is that right? Is that the right click? Or somewhere like tss. Oh, I didn't know that. Although I'm tired, I can only see one thing's missing. I forgot, I bet some kid took a stupid prank. Not a bad piece of thieving, though. Maybe they had potential. I think one of the orphans took it. I'm not so sure. I think it was grabbed by somebody else entirely. Should we go and deduce it? Why not? We have a lot of evidence right now.
Eureka!
The snowman is missing a certain something, wouldn't you say? His right eye. Indeed, luckily we've managed to locate it. The button Mr. Alden was holding. Look at that, it's the same type of button as the other eye and everything. If we suppose that the button was indeed the snowman's missing eye, that's just something of a contradiction. What's the button contradict? Finger was clutching the button, and the button was covered with his blood, which means he must have grabbed it after being attacked. It's a little hypothetical, shall we? What if after being struck, Mr. Alden lost his balance, and reached out to grab something to steady himself, the snowman? The snowman wouldn't have supported him, so he would have grasped the button and continued falling. I get it. So you're saying that he was near the snowman when he was attacked? Tick? Maybe. And within arm's reach to be precise. It's currently nowhere near that close. Right. His footprints only go as far as the planter. He never came back this way. What if they weren't his footprints? Then you could look at all the prints again. Alright, that takes us back to the scene when Mr. Alden's body was found. The fence on the left definitely match up with Mr. Alden's shoes, right? So what's the deal? Let's take another look and see if we can figure it out. Can we be sure that these are Mr. Alden's footprints? The same size at 12, which is pretty big. Where's match of shoes? It's just because his shoes look too big. They also go straight to the middle of the planters where his body was found. Establishing his attack, he fell and grabbed the button from the snowman. Being a great thief, I know a few contortion tricks, so that would be way beyond even me. Some average Joe stretching his arms that far? Basically impossible. You can be reasonably certain that the prints were made by the shoes the victim was wearing. Are we certain they were actually the victim's shoes? Let's take a look at them. Yeah, look at that, all that space in the heel. Like, do you remember, did you guys ever when you were younger have you, do you get bought shoes and your mom would be like, okay, let's make sure there's room for your shoes to grow. And so they should make sure there's like an inch of space in the toes. These shoes, as the case file says, they match the footprints, but these aren't the victim's shoes. I'm sure of it. What do you mean? Look how the laces are tied. They look a little strange to you? It's more, they don't appear to fit properly. No, the shoes don't grow, your feet grow. These prints, they go right up to where the victim was found. They stop right by his feet. They didn't actually belong to him. So the prints by the head is? The ones that lead away and come back? No, I don't think so. They're too small. So this set belongs to him. Then how do you get here? That's easy enough. He didn't walk. He was carried by the killer. So then where did the murder take place? Was it really over by the snowman, as we suspect? If Mr. Adams' body was moved, how else do you explain the button close to his hand? That suggests that he was killed somewhere near the snowman. Take a close look. Yep. A sky was seen, and then just catch my attention. Poor snowman, he's not looking so good. Can't be helped. Snow and ice eventually melt. That's just how it is. So the mysteries. All you have to do is wait. Snowman, the case will melt into clear water of truth. All you have to do is wait, Kay. I have to work on solve those mysteries. Size 9 footprints going toward the body and away from it. Case file says they must have belonged to the murderer. Oh, they grow fainter as they get closer to the orphanage gates. That's just because there's less snow over here, no? Be that as it may, it certainly doesn't help in matching the prints up with a name and face. Missing brick. Oh, look, there's a brick missing here. This brickwork looks fine. Just this one is missing. There are planters outside the orphanage gates, too. Oh, they planted stuff that flowers in winter under a lot of snow. Indeed, a little frigid, but tasteful nonetheless. Maybe this is a simulation. Yes, indeed. A bit frosty looking, but tasty nonetheless. A simulation. Okay, they were good. Let's make some connections. Easy enough. Seems quite likely the missing brick was the one used in the murder, wouldn't you say? Oh yeah, now that you mention it, they're the exact same shape and size. I think we have to conclude that the murder actually happened over by the snowman. Right. Button came from there, and the brick too. Indeed, and what's more, if the murderer took the brick from the right by the snowman, and then tried to sneak up on the victim all the way over by the planters, Mr. Adam would have seen them right away. Exactly. I think we need to update the simulation, okay? Mr. Adam wasn't standing by the planters, he was next to the snowman. Gotcha, alright, here goes. Well, this is kind of weird now. Yeah, no matter how you look at it, this just doesn't work, huh? Indeed, everybody who was present is in exactly the same spot. So where did we go wrong? One piece of evidence on which we based our simulation must be the source of the problem. What if one of them was faked, somehow? Which one was it? It's the picture. It's the picture. The picture's fake.
Take that!
Can we really be certain that this picture was taken by Mr. Outdown? Huh? What do you mean? We know that whoever killed him moved his body. But why would they have done that? What if they wanted to make it seem like he was something he didn't? Then he took the photo and he held back up the lie. Had the president at the gunpoint, they could easily have forced him to pose for the picture. He would have had no choice but to comply. Hey, now that you mentioned it. They only recovered one picture from the Master Adams camera, right? Indeed, I imagine his killer probably removed the film that's already in there. Then replaced it with another, thereby ensuring that the only picture found was the one they staged. Yeah, that makes sense. This picture was actually taken after Mr. Adams was killed. And there you have it. The picture doesn't show what Mr. Adams saw at all. It's highly likely it was simply staged to make us believe that was the case. Wait, so where was the picture present when Mr. Adams thought he saw him being kidnapped? Luckily, the photograph is the only piece of evidence we can use to try and figure that out. Yeah, that's that voicemail too. He did. Maybe we should listen back to it one more time, don't you? So the only place where the president and his kidnapper could have been standing.
Take that!
That's where they really were? How do you figure that? Okay, do I need a reason? What? You mean you don't have one? God, that clearly wasn't it. But Mr. Adams said in his message one more time. Some sort of stuff you could see, right? He did. Perhaps we can use that to help us figure out where they were standing. Oh, I guess we need to look at the evidence first. We can't look at the evidence.
Take that!
That's really... Nope. Well, I can't look at the message. It won't let me look at the thing.
Take that!
Okay, let's now we can look at the evidence. I don't know why they would let you. They said listen to the tape. They won't let you see the tape. Wait, I was right the first time.
Take that!
I think I just wasn't close enough. Recall a statement from Mr. Adams' voicemail. Damn, the lights out. Two lights here in the yard are broken. Yeah, he must have been talking about the one over by the building. Alright, could you update this information to reflect anything we've learned? Sure. There we have it. Kidnapper was really standing over there by the building. It should certainly have strengthened the theory they were connected to the orphanage. To move the body and save the photograph, distort the picture painted by the voicemail. Plus, to undermine the idea that the orphanage was involved with the case went to trial. So I was right the first time. I assumed they set the fire to hide the prints. I was a little too far to the right. Well, that certainly changed what this particular part of the simulation tells us. That should also affect our understanding of the scene from where the body was found. One way to find out. Going to make the jump? Between the two recreations, I need to first press T to talk to K. Select switch recreations. Go try later when I need it. There's no mistaking it. This is where Mr. Alden actually took his pictures. Before being attacked by the murderer with a brick from the planter just behind him. He attacked the couch, grabbing the snowman's right eye as he fell. His body would have been here at first. Not where we thought it was before. You should name the area where he fell, too. Oh, we already did that. Snowman with one eye missing. He comes up about my shoulder. This should be a heavyweight contender right there. Those kids weren't messing around. Never mind his weight and size. Maybe we need some slightly more in-depth analysis here. Oh, it has a bucket for a hat, buttons for eyes, and a nice fluffy muffler. The full snowman uniform. It looks like we can't wait for me to punch and kick it in 1,000 tiny snowman pieces. That's where we could keep the things a little less subjective, Kay. Can we really be sure that these are Mr. Adams' footprints? Well, they're the same size at 12, which is pretty big. The prints match his shoes. They also go straight to the middle of the planters where the bodies were found. As we established, when he was attacked, he fell and grabbed the button from the snowman. Being a great thief, I know a few contortion tricks. That'd be way beyond even me. We already did that. I'm really certain the prints were made by the shoes the victim was wearing. Can we be certain they were actually the victim's shoes? We already did that. Is this where Mr. Alden actually saw the president and his kidnapper? Yes. This pretty clearly suggests a link between the kidnapping and the orphanage. You can see why so much trouble was taken to suggest that it happened elsewhere. Yeah, they pulled some really dirty tricks there. Taking a photo like that? That's just cheating. And the bitch disposing of Mr. Alden's camera film, forcing the president to pose at the gunpoint. Let's put some new film and stage the photo immediately afterward. And sure, when was involved, he'll change and hidden other evidence as well. It certainly doesn't help that the SS5 case file was classified until just recently. Maybe he's behind bars now, and the truth is coming out at last. Indeed, although much still remains unclear. We need to look very closely at the difference between this and the previous simulation. Alright, we're going to, it's probably we're gonna have to call it here. It is that time of night. So we made it to the middle, finally. Oh, we already... Ow! Alright, so that's it for us tonight. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow with more chess puzzles and more Ace Attorney. Hopefully we're getting close to the end of this case. I don't think we're that close, though. I think it's going to take at least one more day. Probably two. So I'm thinking we're probably not going to make it to our next game this week. Hopefully next week. And now there's fireworks going off. Is there a holiday? Or a firework? I don't know. Anyway, good night, everyone. Sleep well. Have good dreams. We'll be back tomorrow. So hope to see you guys here. So good night, everyone. Fox out. Night night.